if you're watching it, you already know it's Hoops and Brews. It's your boy TPJ. But if you see it, you see I got on the Bears swag. You know, shout out to my man Lee's mom. You know what I'm saying? It was also my girl's mom, and she came through with the gifts because she came from Chicago. Brought me this exceptionally amazing shirt a few minutes before we recorded this show. Someone at this table,
me,
not pointing no fingers, but I am. He wished death upon us, wanted us to lose, and we came back and we did just like Shorty did in the Vegas game. We stole victory from the jaws of defeat.
That Vegas game,
that Vegas Chicago Sky playoff game was madness.
The way it ended was cool if you're like 12. For me, as a basketball super fan, I was just like, I don't understand where Courtney Vandersloot thought she was throwing that ball.
That's Isaiah throwing the ball to Larry Bird.
It's worse than that.
It's worse than that. No, it ain't. Isaiah was out of bounds.
No. Here's why it's worse than that. Because Isaiah saw the ref holding the ball, so he thought he was about to get a 5-second violation. So he just threw the ball inbounds, and Bird came out of nowhere and stole the ball. Courtney Vandersloot, they had to foul you. She runs around. She sees somebody coming up, and she tries to throw the ball. Like, it wasn't even like the girl, the person who tried to throw it. But come on, G. You see how long she threw that ball down court, though?
Exactly, bro. Stop that.
You see how long she threw that ball down court?
It was a goofy play, but even the Hams
that was terrible too.
Made the shot.
That was terrible too.
Even what she said, like, I mean, she wasn't thinking. I'm sure Courtney Vandersloot or whoever.
You got to be better than that in that situation.
It happens.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
Now you at home.
It literally happens.
And now you at home.
Throughout the entire history of basketball,
and now you at home.
Happened.
And now you at home. To me, those plays ain't excused.
I mean, it's also a single game elimination. It's not like
I love it though. I like it. Like me personally, I like the single game elimination. I think it like heightens the intensity.
If you're gonna do it that way, then just do it throughout the all around.
No, don't do it all around.
And make the main final 7 games.
Don't do it all around. I don't like all around. I like that. The first 2, I like that, and you have to get to the series.
I feel you. Not upset at that. But it's Hoops and Brews. We're here. We're live. We're back. In your ear. It's your boy TPJ. Find me on Twitter, Instagram at RealTPJ. That's ReelTPJ. It's a film joke. If you don't get it, you damn dummy. And as always on Hoops and Brews, we drink beer and we talk basketball. If you are over the age of 21 or over the age of 18 in Canada, drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. If you're under 18 or under 21 in America, you better not be fucking drinking. Don't do it. It's wrong. You go to jail. And as always, do not drink and drive. Get an Uber or Lyft, whatever you need. Call your mama, call your grandma.
Stay in the house.
Exactly. Stay your ass in the house. But we have a special guest today. Lee, go ahead, get your plug in, talk to the people, let them know where they can find you at and what you do.
Too Much Taylor, find me on Instagram, Twitter, Too Much Taylor 21, same thing. I do photography, bartend, just all around trying to make some moves, make some money, and cheer for my Chicago teams. Unlike
one Jonathan McCoy.
I don't understand why people think you have to root for the team just because you're from there. Why?
What do you mean? Why not?
Why?
Why wouldn't you want to root for your home team? Why wouldn't you want to root for your home team?
First of all, my parents like.
I'm trying to be at that parade.
I mean, I'll go to the parade just because I'm going to go to the parade.
What?
It's a parade. I'm going to go to the parade regardless.
But you're not a fan of the team. You just go to the parade.
Yes. It's a championship parade. I'll go to anybody's championship parade besides the Warriors and the Bears. I'll never go to a Bears championship parade. Bulls championship parade, I'll go.
That's a lie.
What?
If the Warriors invited you to the championship parade, you would go.
No, you're right. I actually like...
Be clean in that mud.
I rock with Oakland. I just don't like the Warriors.
Like, I don't care. It don't matter. Steph's still weak, G. Steph's still weak, G. Shout out to Bob Crab. I'm sorry. Shout out to Bob Martin, Steve Kerr for being cool. Steph Curry's still weak, G. I don't care if they did win another ring. Your head is gonna explode when we win another championship this year.
They're not gonna win a championship this year.
When we come back and we win a championship, your head is gonna explode.
Not going. I'm like
your head is gonna explode when we win a championship. You're gonna be so upset.
The year after, okay, cool. This year, that's not gonna happen, bro. You're not gonna come back off of ACL playing all world defense. It don't matter about what he
have
does.
to.
Yes, he
does.
He
can be half himself.
No, he cannot.
Yes, he can.
No, he has to play defense, bro.
Steph Curry could have used half of him last year in one of them games he was out. Another year,
he has to play defense, bro. The thing that made Klay ain't just the fact that he can shoot. Yeah, he's a great shooter, but the thing that makes Klay is the fact that he can play defense. I honestly think as he gets older, he probably needs to move to the 3. And
he's gonna play the 3.
Look, what I'm saying, like permanently, I think move to the 3, stay Probably stay away from guarding guards and like initially guard 3s and 4s.
He's coming back to be a permanent 3. What do you mean?
I'm just saying. I think that's
what
best
he's
for him. Permanent 3.
You don't go get D'Angelo Russell if you expect Klay Thompson to shoot guard.
Stay away from guarding guards.
You keep saying listen like I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
Stay
he's
away
coming
from
back to
guarding
play
guards.
small 4.
Stay away from guarding guards. Also, like, could they move D'Lo? Could they use him as a piece? Who knows?
Why are you trying to move D'Lo?
I mean, get more defense.
Why? When you got an injury-prone 31-year-old that's a star of your team.
And get more defense.
Why? When you have an injury-prone 31-year-old that's a star of your team.
Need more defense.
No. When you have an injury-prone starting point guard that's a star of your team,
as long as you know
keep
injury
youth
prone.
there.
As long as you know injury prone.
What?
As long as you know that.
I mean, yeah, the man twisted. He do the same shit Lonzo does. They running mechanics are shitty.
I don't think it's because they're running mechanics.
No, it's their running mechanics are shitty.
Nah, I think
most of their twisted ankles come when they're just like running. It's never like they cutting too hard and they twist the ankle when they cutting. Usually, Steph shit is when he's running.
No, I don't think he has.
He missteps and tweaks his ankle, or he's running and he tweaks his ankle a little wrong. Lonzo, when he twisted his ankle real bad, it was running. He was running straight.
Lonzo or Steph?
Both of them.
Steph definitely
both of them do.
Runs awkwardly. I think that
both of them do.
I think that he has weak. I mean, obviously weak ankles.
Lonzo run like he been running heels his whole life, which he has.
I mean, that's kind of how you. What does he probably runs on the ball of his feet, which you should run on.
I don't know about that.
I don't think he's stomping the ground when he runs.
I think his ankle injuries show that he ain't been running.
I mean, I think Lonzo ankle injury was from them damn shoes he should have been playing.
I ain't just blaming them shoes,
bro. He said he had to change the shoes every single quarter.
No, he said that was with the very, very first pair of the shoes.
I still don't think he should have been
the ones
playing
he was playing with the summer league, not the Anta ones.
I don't think he should have been
NBA players played in those Anta ones that he actually sold.
Who?
The ones that he sold was like some off-brand shoe that a bunch of players use. Those are actual basketball shoes.
Also,
the ones that they sold were actual basketball shoes. The one he wore in summer league
they were good
prototypes.
Basketball shoes because they were basketball.
I'm
shoes.
just saying. I'm not blaming his shoes. I watched that man run. He looked like he need to improve his mechanics.
Also, I don't like that people play in low tops so much now. Like growing up, you didn't play basketball in low tops. Now everybody's playing basketball in low tops.
Blame Kevin Durant and Kobe Bryant. Two guys that tore their Achilles.
Tore their Achilles. Like, I don't think you should be playing basketball in low tops. I think you should be playing basketball in high tops.
Once they develop basketball shoes, they start wearing high tops. They're wearing Converse and stuff back in like 60s. But they didn't have no shoes out there.
I mean, the Converse was still high top.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they were.
They were still high top.
Shout out to Eric, Ramsey, who donated, as well as Oliver. Oliver said, "Your guests look like he wear black forces."
Shout out, y'all.
You funny as hell. And Eric Ramsey said, "How good would the Heat be with Bradley Beal? They're not going to get him, so it doesn't matter."
I mean, they could.
No, they're not.
The thing is, Washington depends on what they want to part ways with. Well, no, Miami. It depends on what they want to part ways with. They do have some favorable contracts. Like they do have some 1-year expiring deals. Where if you're Washington and you just want to get him off your books because you still do have to pay John Wall, you could do that. But in any trade, I would probably request. They're not going to trade Bam, so I probably will request Tyler Hero in like any trade. So you give me like.
And I'm not giving you Bradley Beal.
Who?
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm not trading for Bradley Beal.
Well,
you want too much.
How is it too much?
What you mean?
I'm taking bad contracts away from you. I'll take Dragic. I'll take Johnson. I'll take a Myers Leonard. A combination of that, and give me Hero and give me a pick.
That ain't really worth it for me for the Wizards. I need more.
For the Wizards or for the...
For if I'm the Heat, you're asking me for too much. Because then you literally kill all the depth that we had. Which the one thing you can say about the Heat is they are a deep team. They pretty much can run almost 2 at every position.
I mean, you would still have waiters off the bench. You would still have... Winslow would still be there. You would still have... Who else is on the Heat roster?
I think that's a little too much of them. Too much of their depth. I think right now they're a playoff team. I think if... You bring both of them in. You don't know if him and Jimmy gonna mesh, and that means Jimmy got to move from the 2 to the 3.
But they made a good trade though too with Portland.
He played the 3 a lot though.
Huh?
He's played the 3 a lot.
Yeah, but he came to Miami to play the 2.
He's listed as a small forward on 2 games.
Is he?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
they still got Winslow, right?
Yeah, but Winslow's been doing this like point forward type thing. Remember when Dragic got hurt last year?
Yeah, that's
he
why.
Excelled at like a little point forward.
Yeah, that's
thing.
why I was thinking him. I thought he was gonna be the 3, and Jimmy was gonna move back to being a 2.
I mean,
I feel like Jimmy's better at his natural position, which is a 2.
But if you brought in like Bradley Beal and you want to you could do like a point guard by committee type thing and just get you a guard off the bench to pair with. Well, let me actually look at the Heat's roster.
Yeah, he'd have a trash roster, but. What do you think? Do you think that would be a worthwhile trade for the Miami Heat? Trade for Bradley Beal?
Definitely.
Where do you think they would take them, though?
You still have
What
Derrick Jones Jr. too. So you wouldn't lose all of your depth.
They make it past the first round. I don't know about that second round. That second round might be too much.
I think in the first round depends on who they play.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about
I wouldn't mind it.
Dragic, Harrell. You said James Johnson too?
Probably. Like, take some of these bad like Dragic, Leonard. Give me back some 1 year expiring deals. Obviously, Miami, I don't think Miami's going to pay Dragic. Yeah. So I would assume Dragic's name's going to come up in trade talks the whole year.
Yeah.
Leonard, I think they got Myers Leonard to make a trade. Myers has I think $17 million getting paid this year, but he's on the expiring deal. Okay. So you could Dragic, Leonard. You probably have to part ways with Hero. And if you want to take James Johnson, now granted, I don't know what the cap structure would be, and the Wizards probably had to send one other person.
Dragic, hold on, you said Dragic who?
Dragic, Myers Leonard. Harrell. And then let's say for fuck's sake a pick. Some future pick that Miami has. I don't know how many they still have, but some future pick that Miami has. And then for Washington, let's say Bradley Beal.
This trade fails.
Why?
Because Dragic is making 19, Leonard is making 11, and Harrell's making 3. Bradley Beal's only making 27 million.
Okay,
so the Wizards will have to send some people back.
Okay, so I was gonna tell you to send some people back. I just had to look at the roster to see who on the team. Let's see who's on Washington.
Yeah, I don't know, man. If I'm them,
CJ Miles.
CJ Miles.
Yeah,
I'm not upset. Actually, that wouldn't be that bad.
But you would have to wait on that because I think they just signed CJ Miles.
But then you got successful Bradley Beal, CJ Miles for Goran Dragic, Myers Leonard, and Tyler Harrell.
You also got Yam Mahimi too.
It works.
What is Yam
I'm not taking Yam Mahimi.
He only 1 year though.
Huh?
So it's a 1 year. I think it's 1 year left on the deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's 1 year left on the deal, but you probably would much rather prefer.
Yes, but to make that cap space work, I would probably have to trade you back like James Johnson. And at this rate, with this trade, for Dragic, Leonard, and Harrell, I can in a pick, I can keep James Johnson. I like James Johnson. He does all the gritty stuff you need him to do for that team. Yeah, and ain't nobody trying to fight that man.
Yeah, but he's getting paid $13 million. I feel you though.
He's getting paid $15 million. He's got 2 more years left on his deal.
Yeah, but I think one is a player option or a team option.
Yeah, so I mean, I keep him. You might need him in the playoffs. I'm just saying you might need him in the playoffs. Literally, you give me Yam Mahimi, I can't use Yam Mahimi. What the fuck Yam Mahimi gonna do in the playoffs?
I mean, if you trade Myers, you need a backup center. But no, I'm lying. You still have Olenek.
Yeah, you still got Olenek. What the fuck he gonna do in the playoffs?
No, you're not wrong.
You literally said he said this on a happy hour. Who typed Yam Mahimi contract? Who typed that man contract?
I don't know who typed that man contract. But no, I mean, I think that would be a decent trade for the. I think that Beal's name is gonna come up in trade talks consistently. Yeah. I think that Washington is at the point where you probably need to start over. You're stuck with John Wall. I don't think anybody's trading for John Wall. At least not until they see how he returns off the Achilles.
Ain't nobody trading for him for another 2 years. He's still got 4 years left on his deal. At $38 million, it's gonna climb to 45.
Exactly. So you got some team got to be desperate and strapped with contracts. We want to get these people off the fucking books to take John Wall back.
Somebody said $20 to anyone who can find Pavy without ripped jeans.
I don't always wear ripped jeans. But yeah, I don't think it would be a bad trade for I think that Miami's in a situation where you have to do. They're gonna be looking at Chris Paul. They're gonna be looking at Bradley Beal. They're gonna be looking at people like that.
They're not gonna be looking at Chris Paul. Why? Why would I want $40 million of stale cap money on my roster?
Here's why. Because the Thunder have a whole bunch of assets. Remember, they did get pretty much as far as assets go for Paul George. A slew of assets. You could get your own pick back that the Clippers have, and multiple first round picks. And Miami doesn't really have that many picks in general.
Chris Paul's salary is worth 3 players' salary.
Did you hear what I said?
I heard what you said. But fuck them picks. We got Jimmy Butler.
Nah,
we got Jimmy Butler. We not trying to tank to get no picks.
We're not tanking.
And I don't think the Thunder gonna be that bad.
But listen, you're not tanking. But I don't think the Thunder would be that bad either.
I don't think they're gonna be bad enough, even if they trade Chris Paul to get to get a top 5 pick.
Yeah, but they have other people's picks, and you can take those picks and flip them for something else. It's always great to have assets, and I don't think Chris Paul is going to play the full year in OKC.
Why would you want Chris Paul?
He's not a bad
What is Chris
player.
Paul and Jimmy Butler going to do together?
You a solid team in Miami. You
That's a
get people
first
back in
round
the
exit.
seats.
I'd rather trade for Bradley Beal.
You get people back in the seats.
I would rather trade for
But
Bradley Beal.
again, that's
Chris Paul ain't filling up no seats.
But listen, I'm just saying.
What?
Listen, I'm just saying. Jimmy Butler and Chris Paul, you get to the playoffs.
That man out there ski masking it.
You would get to the playoffs. You maybe make it past the first round. At least you could put exciting basketball on the court in Miami. You'd be a very good basketball team.
They have exciting basketball on the court right now. We got Jimmy Butler and I got Derrick Jones to throw a dunk down.
Exactly, which is why you go get Chris Paul. It wouldn't be a bad trade for them.
How does that make sense to you?
Chris Paul's not a
Jimmy
bad
Butler
player.
and Chris Paul can get along? You think Jimmy Butler and Chris Paul can get along?
Nah.
I think they'll be fine.
Hell no. Jimmy Butler would slap the shit out of Chris Paul first time he yelled at him.
Wasn't Jimmy on the banana boat?
No.
Hell no.
Jimmy be kicking it with nah, he do, because he be kicking it with Melo and them.
He became with
That don't mean he want to play with Chris Paul.
They'll be fine. I think they will get along.
Chris Paul didn't want to play. Chris Paul and them didn't wind up being able to play with Melo. Just because you got a spot on the banana boat does not mean that you deserve to be traded for.
I think Jimmy Butler and Chris Paul will get along.
No, they would not.
For one, I don't think Chris Paul gonna talk to Jimmy like that. Number one, and I think that there will be a respect level off top.
You wild as hell. You think Chris Paul ain't gonna talk to Jimmy Butler like that? Chris Paul's talking to James Harden like that.
Yeah, but it's Harden.
James Harden slapped the fuck out that man's hand. Get your hand out my fucking face.
But listen though, just thinking about the personality types that Jimmy, like Harden ain't the guy who gonna walk into practice and fucking emasculate the whole team like Jimmy Butler did. I don't think Harden that type of guy. You talking about that type of guy with Jimmy Butler. Chris Paul might try to talk to Jimmy Butler like that. It ain't gonna work out like that.
Which is exactly why it ain't gonna work.
But again, I think that's why they would match. Possibly.
Yo, shout out to Nathan, by the way.
Possibly.
For donating.
Steven Adams better play big than this year.
Steven Adams has to improve.
He underperforms, I feel like.
He does. In the playoffs, he underperforms.
Not just in the playoffs. I feel like he could be like a dominant, like an integral part of an offense, but he just isn't as like aggressive offensively.
What do you think he needs to do? I mean, I think he just needs to improve his post moves, get some more post moves.
But no one's stopping. He's too strong. He can just drop step like everyone in the league pretty much.
Yeah, but at some point you gotta have a hook shot. And I think that's what he's lacking. Like Steve now,
he can play the glass.
Yeah, but again, is he an option that you can dump the ball to and be like, yo, go give me a bucket? Like if let's say we got 8 seconds left on the shot clock and we kind of stalled out, can I dump him the ball and expect him to go give me a bucket?
I feel like he can get you a bucket, but you have to have the space for him. You can't be all clogging the lane. You have to have people around him that give him the space.
I think Chris Paul's a perfect person to play with him. I think Steven Adams low key could wind up putting up all-star level numbers. Not an all-star, period. All-star level numbers. He definitely gonna have the best year of his career, I think.
I don't disagree.
Easily. I think all of those assists, those last-minute assists Russ used to get him, Chris Paul gonna make an effort to get that man the ball.
I don't disagree with you.
I think everybody on the Thunder this year is gonna have career years, except for Chris Paul. But I think Chris Paul will probably. I wouldn't be surprised if he averaged the most assists he ever averaged this year.
I mean, he gonna hold me. No, cause Shea did. Shea did split time.
Even better. Like when we were watching the Clippers versus the Thunder game back when Vinny Del Negro was the coach, and they had Mo Williams, Chris Paul and Chauncey Billups off the bench. Their offense was crazy. I think running them 3 guards out there, which is most likely what I think they starting lineup gonna be. I think they'll be alright.
I actually do that on 2K. Sometimes on 2K, like because I bought the new 2K and I play with them. So sometimes I'll run Chris Paul, Sorter at the 2, and I'll put Shea at the 3, and then at the 4 spot, Danilo, and you could put Adams, or maybe if you want to put Roberson out there just from some extra defense, Roberson, put Adams or Mike Muscala, somebody like that. Like, yeah. If
Roberson can come back and give them anything, huge win for them.
I think Roberson was what kind of messed up the team because you weren't. I don't even think Paul George's shoulder gets hurt if Roberson is there because he's not asked to play the same amount of defense if Roberson is there. Like we gotta remember when Roberson went down with that injury, he was possibly the defensive player of the year. If not the defensive player of the year,
he was top 3.
He was in the conversation. That's what you lost.
He was top 3 in voting at least.
That's what you lost.
At that point.
So now
Russ got hurt versus Detroit, didn't he?
Yeah, I remember he went up for a lob and then just like died.
Yeah,
and he ain't come back since.
Yeah,
but again, I think for the Thunder, it just depends on how you start off. If you start off slow, and I think you can pick up the phone and call people about Chris Paul because of the assets that you have. If you start off slow, and I think they're gonna still be wanting to get unload contracts because it's still like $55 million in the luxury tax. They're not out of it at all. There's still like $55 million in it. So I think they're still going to be trying to offload some guys. So you got Steven Adams, you got Roberson got a 1 year. Obviously Chris Paul is a guy you can try to offload. and you have the assets to pair with them to entice some team to take that trade. I think even a team like, let's say, Minnesota.
No.
Teague is on a 1 year. Gorgie Jane, Chris Paul. Throw me a pick and I'll throw you back some picks.
No, you gotta take Teague and you gotta take Wiggins.
I don't want to give up Wiggins.
Get Wiggins the fuck out of here.
I don't want to. If I'm Minnesota,
You gotta take Teague and you
got.
gotta take Wiggins. Give me back Chris Paul and give me Danilo.
I don't want to give up Wiggins.
Nah, you
I
wild
don't
as
think
hell.
Wiggins is bad.
You gotta get off of this bullshit.
Gee,
with
the
this,
man
with this
averaged
Wiggins
23
shit,
at 21
man.
years old. Why do you think he's bad?
That was years ago.
But listen,
What did he do last year?
last year you had D Rose taking the shots. You have T taking the shots. Like, if Andrew Wiggins isn't taking 18, 19 shots a game, what's the point of you having him?
You like Andrew Wiggins?
I feel like he can be a solid number 2.
Exactly.
He can develop into that. Yeah.
No.
I think
When
Wiggins is already
when it was
over
him,
for bro.
Levine, and Cat all young, they're all averaging like 20.
It's over for bro. Legit, it's over for bro.
No, it's not.
He better keep playing well. He gonna be out the league in a couple
No, he's
years.
not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Nobody who's giving you, basically, you saying this man is bad, and he's giving you 18 points a night.
On what percentages? Exactly.
41 and 33.
It's terrible.
If he
Come
gets
on.
it up to 44, it's fine.
Come on, man.
44 ain't fine.
Nah.
Harden shoot 44%.
Huh?
Harden shoot 44%.
Harden averaged 36 points.
Okay.
Andrew Wiggins averaging 18, shooting 41.
But again, I think that this
No,
year it'll
I'm
go
cool
up
on that
to
one, Chief.
like look, I think this year Wiggins will probably go up to, I think, 20.5 points or maybe 21.2 points and shoot about 44% from the field and 35% from three.
Which is even more of a reason why I want to get rid of that.
Why?
man. What do you mean?
That's a great
I would
solid number two
rather
option.
send him away and get Danilo back. Danilo can give me the same thing without having to need to take volume shots, and he can stretch,
No,
and
Danilo
he
needs to
can
take
play
volume
makes.
shots. No,
he
Danilo needs
doesn't.
volume
No, he
shots.
doesn't.
Yes,
he
he
would be a
does.
perfect option behind Cat. And if
No, he
if
wouldn't.
you plan on sending Chris Paul with him, perfect for that. Perfect. Yeah, perfect for that team. And you still got Robert Covington.
But again,
that would be a great starting lineup.
But listen,
Actually,
if
that
I'm the
actually would be
Thunder-
decent.
But again, if I'm the Thunder, I don't want Wiggins. I'm trying to get rid of money. I want people off my cap.
Then keep that man. Keep Chris Paul.
I think that you have the picks. where
You
can-
literally told me before the show Chris Paul is impossible to trade on 2K. You're not gonna trade him in real
No,
life.
you can trade him. It's just like you're not gonna get what you want unless you find a team that's desperate to like get rid of some contracts.
He's not getting traded, bro. He's not getting traded.
I think he's getting traded.
No, he's not.
He
Because-
gets bought out before
He's
he gets
not.
traded.
He's got a lot. He's got a no, and you're not gonna buy him out because he still got 3 years left on his
They
deal
don't wanna pay him
at
that
$40
money.
million.
They don't wanna pay him that money. My thing is that I just think the Thunder will be in the market to offload contracts all year because the reason why they got rid of not Chris Paul, but Westbrook and Paul George was because they were $96 million in the luxury tax, and in Oklahoma City that don't make sense. You can't spend that much money in Oklahoma City. If we in Oakland, if we in Chicago, if we in New York, if we in LA, we can do things like that. If we in Dallas, Mark Cuban will probably even do things like that. But in Oklahoma City, that don't make no sense, bro. They just don't. It just don't make sense, especially when we not winning.
I suppose. I feel you, but I'm still have to disagree with that one.
Okay.
But all right, we talking the NBA divisions today. As you know, we're better than your favorite sports show because we know about all the teams and all the divisions.
They
So
are
today
They are in the chat arguing about LeBron and completely different from what we talking
Yeah,
about. I respect it.
yeah. That's because you, for some reason, it's wild enough to say Wiggins got better footwork than LeBron. Still a hot take. Still a hot take.
Footwork
Stop.
he does.
Still a hot take.
Now, granted,
Still a
now
hot
look,
take.
as LeBron gets older, even like when I saw him working out and he was working on like the shots he was working on, like I appreciate what he was working on. But again, I never thought LeBron was a great scorer until 2 years ago. I thought he could score the ball, but I never
score
saw him a
with
great
ease.
scorer. Yeah, because he's big. He didn't score with ease. No. He didn't score with ease. He got to the rim with ease.
And made layups.
That's not scoring.
That's not.
That's not
Who in
scoring.
the ball
Score with
in the hoop?
ease.
He said Braun scored with ease. I don't think Braun scored with ease.
When? Before?
Yeah.
Before last year, yeah. Last year, it didn't look as easy.
The easiest Braun looked scoring the ball was 2017. Scoring the ball was season 15. Every other year, scoring, no. Now he can get to the paint, do his thing because he's bigger and more athletic than everybody else. But scoring with ease, no. When you force that, because that's what happened with Dallas in the finals. Like everybody talks about him choking, yes. Did he have the best series? Hell no, he didn't. But But you also got to give the defense that Dallas played on him some credit.
He passed the ball. They just sag off.
Exactly, because he couldn't shoot. He couldn't score.
Okay, shooting's different than just scoring.
Gee, he couldn't hit a mid-range jumper.
Yeah. But you should have just taken it to the hoop. He had JJ Barea.
I got Tyson down there. No, you're not just going to go
He's slamming on Tyson.
No, you can't. He's not going down there slamming on 2010 Tyson the whole time. And you got Dirk down there who's 7'2".
Dirk's not getting off the ground.
He can do this.
He's not getting off the ground.
He's 7 foot. I think you discount the fact he's 7'1" still.
You saw Brown dunk on Tim Duncan?
Once. How many times?
Kevin Garnett?
Once. He gonna dunk on the man the whole series?
If he wanted to. You tell me Brown can't do that?
No.
Hell no.
Hell no, G.
What was he?
It's 2 7-footers in the lane. So even if you get past one, it's another one doing this. Come on, G. He's not superhuman.
He can still pass the ball too, dog.
I mean, he a little washed too. Also.
No, we talking about the Miami series.
Oh.
Pass it to who? D-Wade can't shoot.
Mike Miller. Mike Miller? That was the year after.
I think
What are y'all even talking about right now? I don't even know.
Oh, I'm just
the Dallas series.
Oh, I was
Okay.
Who's having that? James Jones.
Okay, that's one.
I don't know if they're in their team for shooters though too. I don't know.
On what team?
The first Miami team. 2010, the one that lost to Dallas.
Is Shane Battier?
No, Battier wasn't there yet.
Damn.
Miller wasn't there?
I don't think Miller was there yet.
You sure?
He might have been there. Let me look.
I just want to say James Jones played like 8 straight finals.
He did, bro. Wherever Braun went, he went.
I'm sorry, James Jones.
Wherever Braun went, he went. And then smoothly transitioned to a front office job in Phoenix.
Yeah.
Smoothly transitioned. Mike Miller. That team had Mike Bibby was on this team.
Yeah.
For 12 games. Yeah, Mike Bibby, Eddie House, Mario Chalmers, James Jones, Mike Miller, Carlos Arroyo, Ladrunas Ilgauskas, Eric Dampier, Joe Anthony, Juwan Howard.
So what are you saying? LeBron wasn't a scorer in Miami?
Not like he was last time in Cleveland.
He averaged more points when he was in Miami.
Not that he did in Cleveland. No, he didn't.
He averaged a 30 ball in Miami.
He never averaged 30 ball in Miami. You're telling a lie. That was the first time in Cleveland he averaged 30. I think the highest he averaged in Miami was like 26.
Let me look.
He was not averaging 30 ball. You're telling a lie.
Let me look.
The highest he averaged in Miami was 27.
Oh, okay. What year?
Last year he was there.
Okay. When he averaged that 30 ball?
When he was 23, 07, 08 in Cleveland.
Okay.
He averaged last year 27 in Cleveland 27.5. That was his best year scoring the basketball.
Yeah.
Braun became a scorer towards the end of his Miami tenure.
How you average 30, G?
Because he was big and getting past everybody. He wasn't scoring the basketball. When you made that man score, he
Even
lacked.
the year he averaged 30, he shot 48.4% from the field and 31% from the three.
Because he's dunking. He's getting to the paint. He's not scoring the ball. For instance, even like, look.
I mean, he was 21. I mean, he took 21.9 shots that year.
No, Giannis is not a scorer. To me, no.
No, I'm saying Giannis can't score.
I mean, he can score, but he's not a scorer. I'm not placing the scorer tag on Giannis.
Oh, yeah, he got these odd rules for people being a scorer.
No,
they have to
that's like Shaq
score from different parts of the floor.
Shaq is a better scorer than what I originally thought he was, but is he on a level of like a Olajuwon? No. And post scoring is a little bit different. But again, Shaq still had moves that he could go to. He had about 3 moves that he could go to.
Once someone can't stop you, you're a scorer.
Hakeem never put up a 30 ball, but I feel you.
Did he? He never did?
No, Hakeem never averaged over 28.
Yeah, but he also probably had way more assists than what Shaq did, didn't he?
No, he averaged for his career 2.5.
No, I'm talking about his prime years, because Hakeem.
He never averaged more than 3.6 assists.
Okay, fair.
Hakeem
had more ways to score though. David Robinson is a better scorer.
No, I'm fine with David Robinson. David Robinson and Shaq went toe to toe for a scoring title. But you're not gonna sit up here and argue with me that these guys that ain't put up Give me Shaq.
But Shaq again, like when it comes down to Shaq had moves.
Shaq and Hakeem.
Shaq didn't just dunk the ball.
Shaq actually averaged more assists than Hakeem ever did in a year. Okay. Shaq averaged 3.8 assists. The year he averaged 29.7 points per game.
When he was in Orlando.
The year he averaged 29. No, it was in 2000 as a Laker when he averaged 29.7. He averaged 3.8 assists as well. And he averaged 13.6 rebounds.
Okay.
Hakeem, for his career, averaged 14 one year. The most rebounds Shaq ever averaged was 13.9. That was his rookie year.
Okay.
Stop disrespecting Shaq.
No, Shaq was hard.
Stop disrespecting
I never
Shaq.
said Shaq wasn't hard.
I feel like I always feel a little hint of disrespect in there.
Why?
Because you like disrespecting the man.
No, I don't.
Acting like the man won the score.
It's better post scores
It's
than
fine.
Shaq. He can
I
score,
want you to
though.
go back and watch as many old Orlando games as you watch old Bulls games, and then tell me Shaq won the score.
I watched.
He shook Jordan in the post though too.
That was in fucking pregame.
And
What that mean? The man got moves, bro.
I didn't say he didn't
He
have
can
moves.
move.
He can score. I said that. Like I said, there are better post scorers than Shaq. David Robinson, Hakeem, even Duncan.
Duncan had a better shot.
No, he was not.
Yes, he
I would
was.
say he's a better post scorer.
Yes, he was.
Like
Yes, he was.
mid range. I'll give you
Yes, he
mid range.
was. Yes, he was.
Mid range, I will give you.
Post.
Mid range, even I'll give you some posts. As a post player, hell no.
But again,
Shaq is two dribbles into the hole.
Again, bro, the thing with Duncan is this, though. He never got a chance to take that many shots.
Come on, man.
Like, probably the most shots Duncan ever took probably was like 15, 16.
Come on, man.
Maybe 17.
That's disrespectful.
No,
to
it's
Shaq.
not. I just think people sleep on Tim Duncan.
You said Kevin Garnett was better than Tim Duncan.
I think people sleep on Kevin Garnett.
No, he's saying prime. He said prime. But
Alright.
Tim Duncan's the best power forward of all time.
Yeah.
Yes, he
Agreed.
is. I agree.
Agreed.
Then how you gonna say Kevin Garnett was better?
In his prime.
In his prime.
In his prime.
He's more athletic.
For like 2 to 3 years, he was better. He just did not have a team that man was on. You thinking that I'm saying that again, get greater or better?
Okay.
Tim Duncan is the greatest power forward of all time.
Okay.
Why he had
Alright.
longevity?
Okay.
But who was better in their
And
prime?
rings.
Who?
And rings.
You're still wrong,
You-
but I feel you. Tim Duncan was still better, but I feel
No,
you.
okay, that's
Tim
a
Duncan
debate.
was
Malone
but I feel
longevity
you.
too, better scoring. But
I mean, yeah, but Malone is arguably like the but again, Malone. Hold on.
All Malone needed
the
was a
defense.
ring.
Yeah, no, but
Literally,
yeah.
Michael Jordan robbed Karl Malone of of being a top 5 player.
See, I don't know about that.
If
Right.
Malone would have got 2 rings when everybody was expecting him to get 1, he would be a top 5 player right now.
Mailman.
With
But
them
see-
numbers he got,
but
Karl
see,
Malone got some of the craziest
He put
numbers in
John
NBA
Stockton in the Hall of
history.
Fame being like
do
that
not
dominant.
say
Nah,
don't
don't
disrespect John Stockton. But
Nah.
see, but see, here's the gripe I have. I think people sleep on John Stockton. I actually think if John Stockton shoots the ball more, they win. I think the fact that he deferred to Malone so much is a lot of the reason why they lost. Like for instance, go back and watch 97 West Conference Finals, Game 6. Malone was doing his best to go to Game 7. John Stockton last 2 minutes of the game was like, "Fuck this, my time." Even if you go back and watch a lot of those Bulls series, right? Remember, why was Karl Malone even on the line for Scottie Pippen to say, "Mailman don't deliver on Sundays"? Why is the ball not in John Stockton's hand? Karl Malone shoots, I think, 71% from the line. Why is the ball in his hands?
74.2% career shooter from the
Why is the
line.
ball in his hands? And look at John Stockton, probably above 80.
Yeah.
Why is the ball in Malone's hands? I think if John Stockton was a little bit more aggressive, they might have picked up a couple of those rings. One of them at least.
No, for real though. But if Karl Malone wins 2 rings, he's easily top 5.
I think John Stockton's top 10.
This man numbers is insane. Career average is 25 and 10. 2-time All-Star MVP, 2-time MVP, 4-time All-Defense. He was a 14-time All-Star, 14-time All-NBA, and All-Rookie team.
Yeah, but I think, but I,
With what,
Part
39,000
of the dream
points?
team.
yeah, but I
With
still
36,000 points.
Yeah, but I still think Malone's a top 15 player though. You can't have him outside top 15. Lowest you could possibly do is 17.
I'll probably put him at 19, 20.
Oh, you can't do that, bro.
I can.
You can't do that.
I
bro.
can.
You can't do that.
I can.
Did you-
Mailman don't deliver on
Did you
Sundays.
just read everything he delivered?
I feel you, but I also value winning more than anything.
He won.
He ain't win no rings.
But listen though,
He didn't win no rings?
I think that people act like rings is the only barometer of winning.
Look,
I'm
I'm like,
that matters in winning.
look.
I disagree with that.
When it comes,
The 73-9 Warriors.
when it come
They
to
won
sports,
73
They're
games,
one of the best teams of all time.
No ring.
So what? They're one of the best teams of all
when
time.
it comes
You
to
can't take that away
sports,
from
I'm
me.
like a woman that want to get married. Show me the jewelry.
I'm not.
Show me the jewelry.
I'm not. To me,
Put the rings on the fingers, and then I can take you seriously.
Because so much has to go.
Beer me, please. Well, yeah.
What?
No,
Oh.
beer.
Because so much has to go correctly for you to even get one ring. I'm gonna component like, did you have consistent 50-win seasons? Did you have consistent 60-win seasons?
Somebody just said Prime Sean Kemp better than Prime KG. You know what? Get
that man on time.
ass in timeout.
Put that man on time.
Terrence J.
no.
Torrance J. I can't even
Put
click
that
on this
man on
shit fast
timeout,
enough.
bro.
Where is this shit at? You in timeout.
Even though what people don't know, I'm not gonna look. What people don't know is that the game that Rodman had those 11 offensive rebounds, Sean Kemp low-key had 9 in that game.
Okay.
Sean Kemp was hard, but no.
Yeah.
What is Sean Kemp ranking your top power forwards?
He ain't a top 50 player to me, so it don't matter.
He's not, but he's.
If you're not a top 50 player to me, I don't consider where you rank in terms of anybody.
Gee, we literally just did. We did top. We need to redo that, by the way.
You want to do our top 50 list? Oh, we can redo it right now.
No, not that. I'm talking about our like positions list.
Top 5 or top 10?
What? Top,
we did it
you want to do top 5s right now?
No, I'm talking about like remember we did top 20 like point guards, shooting guards.
We can do top 5 for
forwards.
every position right now. It's Hoops and Brews. We got to talk about the Central Division. We don't need to spend that much time. Giannis gonna win. We gonna talk about it, obviously. But Giannis is gonna win.
Giannis gonna win.
And hopefully the Bulls make the playoffs. We will get in more depth. We can do it right now. All right, that's fine. Top 5 point guards all time. Who your top 5 point guards of all time right now, Lee?
Magic.
In order.
Maybe Isaiah.
Okay.
Damn, that's tough.
Yeah. So you got Magic. Who's 2? You want me to go first?
Isaiah.
All right. Okay. You got. All right. I'm cool with that. I mean, that's your list. Magic 1, Isaiah 2. Who 3? I know we putting you on the spot here, but that's the point.
What's that? The Big O? Is he point guard, right?
Yeah, he was point guard.
I put him there. Dang. Steph.
Okay. 4. All right.
I be forgetting about Oscar Robertson when I think of point guard. I be literally forgetting about that man.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's on
Who's
my
5?
top 5. I'm gonna put Russ in my top 5 now too.
All right. I'm not upset at that. You want to do
3 straight years of a triple double. That's all effort right there in heart.
I'm not upset with that.
I'm gonna go Magic Johnson 1, Steph Curry 2, Oscar Robertson 3. Isaiah Thomas 4. Actually, no, not Isaiah Thomas. Yeah, Isaiah Thomas 4.
But I feel it.
I don't want to put Isaiah 4. I really don't want to put that man 4, but I really
That's why it's
don't
number
wanna put that
2.
man 4.
Could have 3-peated.
No, I
No,
don't,
not
I don't wanna
number
put,
2.
I don't actually want to put that man in the top 5. I really don't want to put that man in the top 5.
No, he's not.
I really, cause
Kyrie better than Isaiah Thomas.
it's he is. He's a better basketball player than Isaiah Thomas. But I'm gonna put him. But you know what? I'm gonna like put him there because of what he did for the point guard position and what he did in the era that he was in. He did win 2 rings in the '80s. Part of the Bad Boys. He held Michael Jordan back from a couple of those. Well, him and the Pistons held Michael Jordan back. They did beat the Lakers, even though one of them they was dilapidated, so that damn they don't even count. But they won it. You still got to go out there and win it. So I'm gonna put that man 4th and 5th. I want to put Chris Paul there, but I'm not. I'm gonna put Steve Nash there because of how I judge basketball, and he does have two MVPs. No matter what you want to say about the MVPs, he does have 2.
Okay.
And Russell Westbrook, I think has a chance to move up into my 5, but I don't have him at 5 right now.
Okay, I'm not upset at that. My list, I got Magic Johnson as my number 1 point guard. I just think I respect Steph. I'll put it this way. If Steph would have beat the Raptors with no KD and Klay off the Achilles, greatest point guard of all time, period. Because they was out there running a box and 1, G. Kevon Looney was his main help.
Kevon Looney, yo.
And also, I'm sorry, it's hot as hell. Man.
By the way,
Kevon Looney was literally his main help.
Kevon Looney was cold though. That's
I will give Iggy. Hey, yo, shout out to the homie Ibram Kaba who just donated 549 euros. But go ahead. But no, I would put Steph there. But for me, I got Magic Johnson 1, Steph Curry 2, Oscar Robertson 3, Steve Nash 4, Russell Westbrook 5. I have Steve Nash over Russ because they both, although Steve Nash hasn't been to a final, Steve Nash has 2 MVPs.
Way more efficient.
And Steve Nash is an infinitely way more efficient player, a better scorer to me than Russell Westbrook. I think Russell Westbrook has more athletic tools, which makes
now you going back to my thing with scoring because Russell Westbrook doesn't have 30 points.
That's a difference. It's a difference with Russ though. Russ is, and I've been saying this for a minute.
Slasher.
No, Russ is all athleticism and very little. Russ is all athleticism, heart, and very little brain. He's starting to put the brain together with it, but then his shooting got bad. But
he had a head injury.
But I don't care about that. But if I had to pick a player, and you asking me in a game for my life who I'm taking as my number 4, I'm gonna take Steve Nash. I'm gonna take Steve Nash over anybody else because I can't trust Russ in big games. You never could. You never can. You never will. I love Russ. Russ My favorite 5 players of all time post 2010, I'll put it this way: of the new generation of NBA guys,
So post 2010
is Dwayne Wade, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry.
D-Wade is not a new generation.
Yeah, but he didn't play. He played until damn near 2010.
Yeah, but
he played for a whole decade.
That's
I'm not
not
going. I don't look at him as the last generation. I'm sorry.
I do.
I view all them guys that came in that 5 years as being a part of the same pack because they all wind up elevating to the same between pretty much 2004 to 2009. That's one generation for me.
D-Wade came in 03.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, man.
D-Wade last generation.
I'm sorry. LeBron came in 03 too.
Yeah, last generation.
I'm sorry, man. They still a part of this generation. No, if you still a perennial guy in this through these generations, you still a part of that generation. Just because Kobe got drafted in the 90s don't mean he wasn't a part of LeBron generation. He was a part of multiple generations. That's the point. That's the reason why you got 3 generations in the family alive. Because that's what it is. But Grandpa done been through all 4. D-Wade realistically made it through about 2 generations. Kobe made it through about 3. Shaq about 2.5.
I don't think Shaq got to 3.
Still, D-Wade was 2 generations.
I think Shaq got
I mean, it wasn't his original generation, but still, I'm gonna put him in there.
Shaq came in early 90s. Was around for the late 90s. Then also was around for the 2000s. Shaq is 3 generations.
Yeah, but go ahead and talk about something real quick. I'll be right back.
Continue. So I guess that's what he did. Shooting guards, if I had to just say them off the top of my head, I would say obviously Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, James Harden. No, not Harden yet. Kobe Bryant, no, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, D Wade, James Harden, Allen Iverson.
I don't know if I can put James in my top 5.
You're lying to yourself. You're telling a lie. You're lying to yourself.
I want to see what this man can do with Russell this year.
You are lying to yourself. How many other shooting guards even got an MVP?
You saying in the NBA right now?
Ever.
You named a few of them right there.
No, I did not name 2 of them. 3 of them.
All before you named James Harden right there.
No, I didn't. I named AI afterwards.
Come on.
What?
Who you got? Say your list again.
Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, James Harden, Allen Iverson.
Dwayne Wade don't got an MVP.
Yeah, but D-Wade just happened to... D-Wade's best...
How you gonna butt that?
Because, look, D-Wade's best years were spent on bad teams. Like, when he was putting up 30, the Heat sucked. D-Wade's best years, prime D-Wade years were spent on bad teams.
But I'm sorry, I feel like that's a little weak.
How?
What you mean? He still never won MVP?
Yeah, but his best years in which in which he had the numbers that were comparable to what
you
what
can say that. So you make the same argument about Tracy McGrady, and I'm not with that. I'm sorry, I'm not with that.
What?
You make the same argument about one Tracy McGrady,
yeah,
and I'm not with that.
But see, here's what offsets that for me is that he has 3 rings. He does have a Finals MVP, and also he was a better defender. Now I am more than ready and willing to put Harden over D Wade if he gets one more MVP, if he gets to a Finals.
If he gets a ring, it's already automatically.
I mean, he's been to a Finals.
But you know what I mean, G.
No, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying he has been to a Finals.
He's been to a Finals.
He has that in his.
3-2 on the Warriors, and they should have went to the Finals that year too, and they lost. That's why I can't put him up there right now.
Once you lose Chris Paul,
0 for 20. They were like 0 for 27.
That literally is a historic moment.
Yes,
that's not
historically
all his fault.
bad. Historically bad.
That's not all his fault.
I'm not upset with you for that.
That's not all his fault.
Hold it against him. I love it.
But it's not all his fault. But some of those shots were his.
Okay.
You gotta make those. If he makes two, they win that game.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
But also Chris Paul is there. Some of those shots a little more open. There you go.
That's it. I feel like that's a huge cop out. But
it's not a cop out.
It is a cop out. But okay.
Also Chris Paul works the mid range area, so maybe some of those threes don't even get taken. Who knows? I'm just saying.
That's weak. That's weak. That's only because you're a Harden fan.
Nah, it's not weak.
Who's your list? Who's your top 5? Top 5 shooting guards.
Jordan, Kobe.
Okay, as long as you start your thing with Jordan, we really can't go wrong. But go ahead.
Kobe and Jerry West was the shooting guard. The logo.
Get out.
That's the logo.
Get out.
That's the logo. I'm giving him that.
Get out.
Don't do this.
Get out.
Look.
Don't do this.
Get out.
Got the logo.
Okay.
And then D Wade, and then AI.
First of all, AI should not be above Harden.
Yes.
No, he should
no,
not.
he should
He's
not.
carrying the team though.
No, he should not. I'm fine with
I
that.
hate when people say
They
that.
had a good defensive team.
I hate when people say that. They had the winner of every award. Literally the same way people complain about the system being designed for Harden to shoot the ball. The system was designed for Allen Iverson to shoot the ball. Allen Iverson had the most offensive, some of the most offensive freedom that any player has ever had in life.
Oh yeah, he had the ultimate green light.
He was shooting 39% from the field.
It don't matter.
He took 26 shots a game one night. Harden didn't even take 26 shots a game.
He took 24.
Okay, that's 2 more shots. And Harden's averaged 36. When AI averaged
But
36.
you say he's not taking that many shots, but when he's getting fouled, going to the line.
Yeah, exactly.
Those shots
You're not even.
shots
Those don't count as
Hey, I
shots.
was
Those
going to
aren't
the line
ten.
like 8 times a night too.
He wasn't going 12 a night.
Yeah, not like James Harden. though.
Fuck.
They weren't calling fouls like that.
You not. You're one thing.
James Harden was like,
One thing you not gonna do is sit up here on this show right now and act like this man James Harden don't go to the free throw line.
Allen Iverson went
Fuck
to
outta
hold on,
here.
look, wait. The year he won MVP, look, AI, these are his free throw going to the line. Rookie season, 7, next season, 6, then 9, then 8, then 10, then 9, then 9, then 9, then 10, then 11, then 9, then 11, then 9, then 6, then 8, exactly.
Then read Harden's. And sorry if you're listening to this on the live stream, the audio it says is not at it where it needs to be, so it might be a little bit behind. Apologies if it's lagging. We playing off the phone today.
Harden,
Go
3,
ahead.
4, 6, 10, 9, 10,
Talking about
10,
since
10,
name since he's
10,
been in
11.
Houston.
I am. Since he's been in Houston, 10, 9, 10, 10, 10, 10, 11.
Exactly. Come on.
What
man.
did you see this name for AI? He was taking mad free throws too.
okay.
Fuck you talking about?
Okay. I'm not upset at that. All right. Continue. Is that your whole list?
Your whole list.
All right. Me, I got MJ 1, Kobe 2, Dwayne Wade 3. I'm gonna go with Klay Thompson
I knew you was
4.
gonna do this bullshit.
Give me Klay Thompson as
Fuck
number
outta
4.
here.
Give me Klay Thompson as number
Fuck
4.
outta here.
Give me Klay Thompson as number 4. Period. Point blank. End of story. And then you can give me Harden. Harden 5.
Hey, Klay's a better defender though too.
Klay got jewelry. Like I said.
And he got jewelry.
Show me the jewelry. Show me them rings. I ain't seen no rings. I ain't seen no rings. Sorry. But
I'm mad at that list.
I mean, he can hate on it. I don't care. I'm sticking with it.
Klay over Manu, shit.
Huh?
Klay not over Manu.
Actually, Manu 5. Leave Harden at 6 until Harden gets some jewelry. Come back and holler at me when you got some jewelry. Small game, James.
I don't have the energy.
Come back to me.
That's the
Come
first
back to
thing
me,
I
James
hate
Harden.
it.
Come back to me.
Oh, man.
Come back to me,
This shit
James Harden. Come back to
Where
me when
Klay
you got
Thompson
some jewelry.
MVP at?
Huh?
Where Klay Thompson MVP
He don't need him. He got jewelry.
Come on, man.
You got 3 rings,
That's,
though.
He got jewelry.
That's embarrassing.
Better defender.
That is embarrassing.
Better
to the
defender.
game.
He
That
got
is
jewelry.
embarrassing.
4-time All-Star.
That is. You talking about a?
What year Harden get drafted? Harden been playing for a long time. Clay ain't been playing that long.
7-time All-Star.
Clay ain't been playing that long.
7-time All-Star.
Clay ain't been playing that
2-time
long.
scoring champ. 6-time All-NBA.
Okay, so what? 4-time All-Star, 3-time motherfucking finals.
Assist champ.
I'm sorry, 5-time finals.
Stop that.
Been to the finals 5 times, 3 rings.
That's disrespectful to the
It's
game
not
of basketball. That you
disrespectful.
would say some
No, it's
bullshit
not.
like
It's
that.
disrespectful to the game of basketball for you to for
That's
you
disrespectful to the game of
and your
basketball for you to
MVP
say some
to
bullshit
spend a
like
whole
that. I don't give a
season
fuck.
whining over a regular
I don't
season
give a
award when
fuck.
they lost in the playoffs in the
Did he win
second round.
MVP? You not better because you win to me.
Actually, Klay Thompson,
You want a better-
5-time
you want a
All-Star,
better team.
3-time champ, 2-time
No, that's like when you
All-NBA, all
want a better
defense.
team.
Klay Thompson, period. Give me Klay Thompson over
He's on a
Harden.
better basketball
Klay
team.
Thompson over Harden.
That's it.
Klay Thompson over
Klay
Harden.
not over Sidney Moncrief. Klay not even top 10
Klay
to me.
Thompson over Harden.
Klay ain't a top 10 shooting guard to me.
Klay Thompson over
He is
Harden.
not a top 10
Klay
shooting
Thompson
guard. He's
over
like-
Harden. Klay
he's
Thompson
not.
over Harden. We ain't went nowhere.
He's not.
And he still got 10 more
He's
years
not
to
a top
play.
10 shooting guard
And
to
he
me.
got 10 more years to play.
Sidney
You wild as
Moncrief,
hell.
Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter.
Vince Carter over Klay Thompson?
Yes.
Leave.
You leave.
You leave.
You leave.
You leave.
Tracy
Get up and
McGrady.
re-walk out the door.
Huh?
Wasn't he small forward?
No, it's shooting guard. Sidney Moncrief.
Vince
Manu
Carter's
Ginobili.
not better than Klay
Yes,
Thompson.
he is.
Come on.
Yes, the fuck he
No,
is.
he's not.
He's a
No,
basketball
he's
player.
not. No, he's
He's a
not.
better scorer.
No, he's not.
What?
A better score.
Yes,
No, he's
Klay
not.
is a better shooter.
Well, okay.
Uh,
Who's dropping more points in the game? Klay Thompson, Vince Carter.
On their own team, Vince Carter.
no, he's not.
On their own team,
no,
Vince
come on,
Carter.
man. Come
It's
on.
not even his own team who's dropping more points than him.
Exactly, because
Come on.
you're
What do
catching.
you mean exactly?
You're catching. Look,
He's
you're
getting
catching. You're
flash
catching.
shots.
Listen, no, he's not. He's still taking 20 a night. Klay doesn't sacrifice shit. Nobody in the Warriors sacrifices shit. When you walk into the Warriors, a game plan for the Warriors. Since Kevin Durant been there, he has been the fourth person you game plan for.
No, he's not.
Yes, he
That's
is.
a lie. That's a lie.
You game
Even
plan for-
Tyronn Lue said
you
the
game
main
plan-
guy we watch for is Steph Curry. Steph Curry is the head of the snake. Kevin Durant, you got to watch for him in the fourth quarter.
Listen to what I said. I said Klay Thompson, since Kevin Durant has come there.
Okay.
When you game plan for the Warriors, he's the fourth guy you game plan for.
No, he's not. He's a
you
third.
game plan for
He's
Steph.
the third guy you
Draymond
game
Green.
plan. He's a game.
Draymond Green.
No, you don't game plan for Draymond.
Green. You're wild.
No,
You're wild. You're wild. You're wild.
No, you don't.
He does. But
You
listen,
don't game plan for Draymond.
he sets the pace for the team.
He airballing shots.
Draymond play
doesn't
like
fucking matter.
Draymond play like Candace Parker 2019.
When you game plan for the
You not
Sparks,
game
you game
planning for
plan for
Candace
Candace
Parker.
Parker. What the fuck you do?
You told me earlier that the game plan was to let her shoot threes. You're not game planning for her.
So because you let her shoot threes, you didn't game plan? That's game planning. We want her to shoot
Game
the
plan
ball.
to take away everybody else because you don't see the weakest link on the
No,
floor.
you want her to shoot the ball because you don't want her to play make for other people.
Stop
It's more to
it.
do on a basketball court than shoot.
Stop
It's more to
it.
do on offense than shoot the fucking ball. That's the fucking issue with people.
Shout out to Oliver who just donated. He said Klay Thompson game 6 greater than any Harden game ever had. I agree.
Breach.
I agree.
No, it's not.
Game
Yes, it
six-
is.
Game six-
Harden ain't never
No,
had
it's
Game
not.
6.
Game 6
No,
of
it's
this
not.
finals.
No, it's not.
Game 6. Actually,
No, it's
game
not.
6 any Clay.
No, it's
Game
not.
6
Game
versus
6
OKC.
No, it's not.
Harden had a better game. Win. Win. And
the game
then
when
you
he
want
hit
to name
the
a regular
game-
season game?
A meaningful game.
the
Name a postseason game.
The game when he hit the game winner over
Regular
over,
season.
I said a postseason game.
Listen what I said. The game when he hit the game winner over the Warriors. When he won a game over Iggy, it's like 4 years ago. That's better. Even the game I think that he played in Utah when he had 6 steals.
It's like
that
4
was
years
better.
ago? It was like 4 years ago?
Motherfucker, that Klay game was 5 years ago.
You do good though. You wild
And also again, when you game
Klay
plan
has had a great game 6 this past game 6.
cool.
Off an injury.
He got hurt. He didn't finish the game.
He scored 32 in
He didn't
3
finish the game.
quarters.
He didn't finish the
play
game.
game 2 at all.
Fuck
He didn't
outta
finish the
here.
game. He didn't finish the game.
Klay Thompson
He had
on
a
one
torn
leg was
ACL
better than
in his
Harden
game,
was.
walked back
He
to
didn't
the
finish the
court.
game.
He
Come on,
ran back on defense with a torn
That's cool.
ACL.
Oh,
Come on.
okay.
And they were like, nah, come on.
I've seen somebody tear the ACL walk around the whole day in football. Exactly.
walk around
In high school.
not run around.
In high school,
Run back on
exactly.
defense.
Okay. He didn't play
In
no
the NBA
defense.
Finals.
Now, after
Okay.
you done
They
been to the
fouled
finals
him.
5 years in
They
a row.
fouled him.
Come on, man.
And again, with the thing
Come
that
on,
look,
man.
I respect people who did it as the main option. And if we talking about Steph Curry, I have no talk
Harden,
about
that's
it.
what his name should be. Choke Harden.
Klay
Harden.
Thompson
No, I like small game
has not-
James.
Klay-
Small game James
Small
too.
game James.
Klay
That
Thompson
shit-
has
oh
not
my
yet
God.
done it as the main option. He hasn't.
James Harden ain't done it either. He can't even get to the finals.
He got the conference finals.
He couldn't
as the
even.
main option.
Actually, Klay Thompson, when Steph Curry slipped on sweat, beat James Harden
With a
in the first
73 and 9
round. It
basketball
don't matter.
team.
It don't matter.
With a 73 and
It
9
don't matter.
basketball team.
It don't
One
matter.
person
Who
does
was the
not
best
make you
player?
win 73.
Who was the best player on the floor after
Draymond
Steph
Green.
Curry got hurt?
Draymond
No,
Green.
when you're a liar, it was
Draymond
Klay
Green.
Thompson.
It was Draymond
You're a
Green.
liar. That was
Draymond
Klay
Green.
You're a liar.
Motherfucker, that's a
That's
whole
a
side of the ball.
Debatable.
Hold on, look.
Debatable.
Whoa.
Big lies.
Wait, no. Klay Thompson was the best scorer and shooter. The best playmaker, Iggy. I mean, not Iggy. Draymond Green. The best defender, Draymond Green.
Come on, man.
So it's
Maybe.
about evenly
Maybe.
split.
No, you're wild as hell.
Maybe
Yeah,
he was
wild
the best
as hell.
defender.
Yeah.
Who the fuck was better?
Clay.
The
At defense, then Draymond.
Hold on a minute. You said the best scorer was who? Who he said was the best scorer?
Gee, you said fucking Klay.
Yeah.
You said fucking Klay better defender than goddamn Draymond Green.
At times, yeah.
4 years
fuck
ago, yeah. 4 years ago.
Fuck out of here.
4 years
Fuck
ago.
out of here.
4 years ago.
The fuck out of here.
4 years ago.
Fuck out of here.
4 years ago.
Fuck outta here.
4 years ago.
Fuck outta
Who
here.
was guarding Harden in that series? Draymond.
All of them.
No, that wasn't.
Motherfucker, Iggy was Klay. Iggy wasn't guarding the man. Iggy wasn't guarding
It was Klay.
Iggy wasn't guarding the man.
Klay was the man guarding the man.
They weren't throwing 3 bodies
He
at
was
Harden.
guarding Aaron Gordon.
They weren't throwing 3 bodies at Harden, G.
Who was one of them?
Klay.
Exactly.
Klay, Iggy, and Draymond.
Exactly.
On
Stop
the
that.
defense,
You're
yeah.
blasphemous.
Gee,
On the help
they'll be
defense.
throwing 3 bodies at that
Stop
man.
it. You said 4 years ago. And I'm
4
telling you,
years ago,
4 years
throwing 3
ago,
bodies at that
Steph Curry
man.
slipped on sweat. Klay Thompson went out there and beat James Harden in the playoffs. So stop it.
Y'all be on fucking
So
bullshit
stop
with
it.
Draymond so goddamn
No,
much.
ain't nobody be on
Fuck that
Draymond.
shooting
Tell
shit.
Draymond to get
Look at all the
better.
shit you better
Tell
do.
Draymond you can't even talk.
Look at all the shit
Tell
the man
Draymond to
do.
get
Set
better.
the team up. Play fucking good defense. Quarterback of the goddamn defense. The middle fucking
Ooh,
linebacker.
TRP.
Damn in the point guard at
TRP
time.
heavy. Ooh, I'm scared. Oh,
See, I'm
big TRP. Ooh, I'm scared. Stop it. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it.
Right.
That man was a shell of himself last year. You saw what happened. He won Defensive Player of the Year.
Motherfucker, he was the best player in the goddamn world.
No, he was
He was
not.
better than
No, he
fucking
was
Steph.
not.
Yes, he was.
No,
Go back and watch
The
the
series he
motherfucker.
averaged 34?
Yes.
Yeah, whatever.
Yes.
Sit
Go back and
your
watch the
ass
closeout
down.
game. That
Sit
triple
your
double,
ass
fluky
down.
as shit. The man, G, look, the last game, go back and watch the game. From 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter until overtime, the motherfucker didn't hit a shot.
I can tell whenever I watch Steph Curry.
The motherfucker didn't hit a shot.
Anytime I hit a word,
Draymond Green.
Anytime I hit a word, Steph Curry
in
and
Game
Fluke,
4,
I know you didn't watch enough basketball.
Draymond Green and Kevon Looney were the best players on the court for the Warriors.
Watch more basketball.
Draymond Green in that series.
Watch more basketball.
Play defense, attack game on all the switches.
Watch more basketball.
Set the pace.
Watch more basketball.
No matter what, when they fell down, who was the person keeping the pace? Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Draymond Green.
Stop it.
Respect that man.
You watch too much basketball.
What the fuck does that mean?
You watch too much basketball.
Who helps him score?
You watch too much basketball.
He running off screens. Who set the screens?
Stop it.
Screen assists are a thing. It's literally a stat. Who setting the screens for the man? Who getting the ball for the man?
Man said,
who getting the ball rebounding, getting it up court?
Screen assists. Screen assists?
Come on, bro.
Screen assists?
Y'all
That make Draymond better because he gets screen
That's like a
assists.
second level analytics.
Y'all know
Exactly. Screen assists.
Y'all know
Screen assists.
Screen
Screen assists. Daryl Morey Jr. You know what Daryl Morey teams don't do? Win. Goof ass out of here. Fuck out of here.
To say Klay Thompson.
Wild as hell.
To say Klay Thompson is the better player than Draymond doesn't even like that.
4 years ago, yes.
No, he was not.
4 years ago, yes.
No, he was not.
4 years ago,
no,
yes.
he was not.
That's your opinion.
Team's best
4 years ago, yes.
No, he doesn't.
Draymond ain't guarding Kyrie.
He doesn't.
Draymond
he takes the point guard who is 4 inches shorter than him. He's 6'7". Who the fuck has Klay?
Draymond ain't guarding
Klay ain't guarding Kyrie. He was still giving that man 30. Klay barely guarded that motherfucker.
That's because no one can guard him.
Okay then.
Who Klay guarding? Kevin Love? You taking Kevin Love out the game? We supposed to be happy about that big fella? Stop that.
Who Klay guarding?
Stop that. Draymond Green has been a benefactor of playing with Klay Thompson and Andre Iguodala for his whole career. And guess what? Now that Iggy and Klay ain't there this year, you're going to see Draymond get exposed time after time after time after time. Because Iggy ain't there to back him up. KD ain't there to back him up no more. And Klay, his guy who done been with that since the very start, ain't there to back him up. Stop that. You need to watch more Warriors basketball. You start watching Warriors basketball for a half a season, all of a sudden you a fucking aficionado. You ain't Bob Myers. Fuck out of here. Go back and watch some more Warriors basketball. Fuck out of here with that. You can yell and scream for Draymond all game, all day long. It's a reason he won an All-Star last year, and Klay was. Period. Point blank, end the story. Moving on. Top 5 small forwards. Who you got?
Y'all be so disrespectful to that man, Draymond Green, bro.
No, he ain't. He deserve what he gets. Stop it. Stop it.
That shit
Stop
crazy.
it. And there ain't nobody disrespecting
Draymond,
that man.
I'm sorry, bro.
Tell
I'm
that
sorry
man to
people
get
don't
better.
realize. Draymond, bro.
That's because the man out there averaging 8 points.
Bro. I'm sorry,
That's because the man out there averaging 8 points.
That's so disrespectful.
It's because the man out there averaging 8 points, looking like Brandon Bass.
I'm sorry, bro.
Averaging 8 points.
I'm sorry, bro. Draymond, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
8 points.
I'm sorry they don't recognize you, bro. I'm sorry.
We don't.
I'm sorry, bro.
We don't.
I'm sorry, bro.
Same guy who hates Steph Curry.
Bro.
Only you would be able to say,
bro.
Draymond Green, the guy, he averaged triple-double, but he averaged like 10, 10, 10, but it was better than the guy who did 34 and like 6.
Go back and watch the game, especially in the closeout game. Go back and look. The last 5 minutes, that man did not hit a shot. Go back and watch that game. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry they don't respect you, bro.
You're embarrassing yourself on Hoops and Brews.
I'm sorry.
Who your top 5 small forwards? Who you got?
I'm sorry, bro.
Who your top 5 small forwards? Stop embarrassing yourself on Hoops and Brews.
You embarrassing yourself.
No, you embarrassing yourself.
Stupid ass fucking basketball.
You embarrassing yourself.
Thinking that fucking scoring
you
is everything.
You embarrassing yourself. I didn't say scoring was everything. Klay Thompson number 4 on my list. I didn't say scoring was everything for him.
Fuck out of here.
Did I say scoring was everything for Klay Thompson?
Fuck out of here.
He number what? 4 on my list. Scoring everything? No, it ain't.
Fuck out of here.
Get the win. Win. Show me the jewelry.
Fuck out of here.
All your favorite players losers.
Stupid.
All your favorite players losers.
Fuck out of here.
They all losers.
Come on, G.
They all losers.
That shit
Who your top 5 small forwards, Lee?
That shit disrespectful to basketball.
Who your top 5 small forwards, Lee? Who you got? We know
LeBron
LeBron is in there somewhere.
LeBron number 1.
LeBron number 1, okay. Over Larry Bird? Over Kevin Durant?
Yeah.
Okay. So who you got?
Then Larry Bird, and then Kevin Durant.
Okay. Who you got for 4 and 5? It's when it gets a little tougher.
I don't even know. Don't even know.
I mean, I'm gonna name one guy who I like frequently on the show like to take away his credit, but Scottie Pippen's got to be in there somewhere. Pip, you from Chicago? You repping the Bulls? You repping the Bulls? Who you got?
He's probably number 5 then on my list.
Okay, so who's number 4? Who you got? I mean, guys like Dr. J is still in there. Who else is small forward? No, Dominique is not top 5. Stop it. Kawhi and Paul George better than Dominique Lucas. Period. Point blank in the story. Paul George, yes. Yes. In a game for my life, give me Paul George over Dominique Lucas.
You don't mean that.
Paul George can score from every point on the floor.
7 points in the
I don't give a fuck.
Fuck you mean?
He got more moves than Dominique. Period. I don't care. That fourth one is hard. You gonna do your top 5 small forwards? Go ahead.
LeBron James, Larry Bird, Kevin Durant, Scottie Pippen, Dr. J.
All right, for me, I'm gonna go Larry Bird, LeBron James, Kevin Durant. That's when it gets kind of tough for me. I'm gonna go Dr. J after that, and then for my number 5 guy,
Scottie Pippen.
I'm gonna go with Scottie.
Okay.
Actually, no, that's a lie. Take that back. 1, Larry Bird. 2, LeBron James. 3, Kevin Durant. 4, Kawhi Leonard. 5, Scottie Pippen.
Okay.
6, Paul George. Actually, I take that back. 5, Paul George. 6, Scottie Pippen. Sorry, I said Paul George better than Pippen. Give me Paul George. Period. Give me Paul George. Give me PG over Pippen. Sorry.
Yeah, Kawhi got to be my 4th, then that's cool.
I mean, Kawhi got 2 rings and 2 Finals MVPs. I'm sorry, and 2 Defensive Player of the Year.
I say defensively, he's up there with Pippen.
Give me PG over Pippen,
and he's better offensively.
Give me PG over Pippen. I'm sorry. Pip 6. Put any one of them 5 guys with Michael, Jeffrey, Jordan, and they still gonna win the same 5, 6 rings. Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Neither one of them can set up the offense.
Come on, stop it.
Bron?
Stop it. LeBron can't
Besides
set up the offense like Scottie Pippen
Besides
can.
Bron?
Larry Bird,
Besides
who
Bron?
averaged more assists than Scottie Pippen average, can't carry the offense.
Who
Huh?
playing defense?
Fuck that.
Fuck the defense.
Come on, man. Stop
Okay.
that. You still
Fuck
got
the
Michael Jeffrey Jordan, Defensive Player of the Year, and a perennial All Defensive Player on
but
on
he
there.
can't.
LeBron James, All Defensive Player before he got old. Kevin Durant, All Defensive Player level type
not-
player.
no. Scottie
Period.
was the first
Paul
person.
George, top 3 in
No,
Defensive
man.
Player of the Year voting.
No,
Kawhi
man.
Leonard, the greatest wing perimeter defender ever.
he can't set up the
Period.
offense, though.
I don't care. It don't matter. We getting buckets, bucket seasons. We don't need to set up the offense. While he averaging 22, we gonna be averaging 28.
No,
And not losing to the Knicks and John Starks. Period. You ain't even got no comeback for it because you know Scottie choked in that game. Stop it.
Paul George will lose that series. Kawhi probably lose that series. All of them you name,
They
including
not
LeBron,
losing,
will probably lose that series.
With Michael Jordan on their team.
Michael Jordan wasn't on that team. Michael Jordan was gone.
I said they still get 6.
Huh?
I said they still get 6 rings.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they
Yes,
don't.
they do.
No, they
Yes,
don't.
they do.
No, they
Stop
don't.
it. Yes, they do.
No, they
Yes, they
don't.
do. Yes, they
But
do.
LeBron made
how
the
many
rest
rings
of them.
LeBron and Mike winning?
Forever.
Exactly.
Bron
Stop
sure.
it.
The rest of them no.
Kawhi and Michael Jordan,
They not winning 6.
you wild as fuck.
KD and Michael Jordan not winning
They
6.
not winning 6.
You have 2 of the. Come on, man.
That's crazy.
You
They
wild
not
as
winning
fuck.
six.
You're wild
They
as
not
fuck.
winning 6.
KD can't bring the ball up the court. He can't initiate the offense.
Not like Scottie Pippen.
Oh
Come
my
on, man.
God,
Alright,
bro.
bro.
He can handle better
Alright,
than
bro.
too. Come on.
Alright, bro. Alright, bro.
Debatable.
There's a
Shout out to
Debatable.
Oliver for donating. He said Pavy not over yet. It don't matter. Get
Debatable.
Draymond out of here. Get Draymond clean out of here. You heard my. All
I'm
right.
not over it, bro. I'm
All right,
really not.
so top 5 power forwards all time. I guarantee you somebody who ain't gonna come up on your list. Draymond Green. He ain't gonna even be in your top 10.
Clay ain't come up on my list. Clay came up on your
He came up
bullshit ass
on my
list.
list. It
Your
don't matter.
stupid-ass,
It don't
dumb-ass
matter. Your
motherfucking
goofy
list.
ass list. Fuck
Fuck
your
outta
list.
here, boy.
Exactly. Who you got? Top 5 power forwards all time. You still didn't give us a 5th small forward, but it's fine. Who you got?
Scottie was my 5th. And
Okay.
then Kawhi was my 4th.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Tim Duncan.
Okay.
Karl Malone.
Mm-hmm.
KG.
Okay.
Was Paul Gasol playing the power forward?
Yep.
Paul Gasol
Mm-hmm.
What? At what spot?
at the power forward.
Did you say Dirk yet?
Dirk, and then Paul Gasol.
Over Chuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Nick? What is wrong with y'all today? Y'all motherfuckers.
Where's the jury at? Where the jury at? Where the jury at?
Where the MVP
Where the
at?
jury at?
MVP.
Where the
Come
jury
on, that
at?
don't mean everything, dog.
Motherfucker, how many people? Just 60 of them motherfuckers in history.
No. Hey, that's his opinion.
I mean, all right, you can say that.
No, don't let him talk you out of your opinion.
I'm not letting
Stay
him
with
talk. I'm
it.
saying he can say that, but like,
But it
Kevin
don't matter.
McHale? Paul Gasol over Kevin McHale. He got rings. He got the jury.
Nah, sorry, fam.
You don't like Kevin McHale?
honestly,
Most people don't like Kevin
I
McHale.
want to see him play in a different era.
Why?
Because that era.
Why? What? The 80s was trash now?
I'm not saying they
because he
trash.
played with Larry Bird, Dennis Johnson, and
Paul Gasol played with Kobe Bryant.
come on,
And who
man.
else?
Come on,
Kobe,
man.
fuck, you need to play with more?
Huh?
You got Kobe, you need more?
Powell only played with one other Hall of Famer.
Derrick Rose?
Huh?
Derrick Rose, Jimmy Butler?
Get
They
the
probably
fuck
gonna
out of
He's
here.
a Hall of Famer right now.
Get the fuck
He's
out of here.
going?
Jimmy Butler ain't no. No, he's not.
Stop.
What? No, he's not.
He's not going to the Hall of Fame.
Draymond got a better shot at getting the Hall of Fame right now than Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, but Draymond's
Oh
a
my
surefire.
God.
Jimmy
Hall of
Butler's not getting to the Hall of Fame.
Eventually.
No, he's not.
Yes, he will.
No, he's not.
He got to do more. Stop.
He like
It took Sidney Moncrief forever to make the Hall of Fame. Jimmy Butler ain't nowhere near
It's gonna
Sidney
take him
Moncrief.
forever. It's gonna, yeah.
Jimmy
It's gonna take
Butler's
forever.
never getting in the Hall of
No.
Fame.
He might get in.
You're wild
He
as
might get
hell.
in. He
Derrick
might get
Rose
in.
might not get in the Hall of
He
Fame.
gonna get in the
Sit
Hall
your
of Fame.
ass
No,
down.
Derrick Rose
doesn't
Sit
get in the
your
Hall of
ass
Fame.
He gonna get in the Hall of
down.
Fame.
Derrick Rose might not get in the
gonna
Hall of Fame.
get in
I'm
the
talking
Hall of
about Jimmy Butler.
Okay, Jimmy probably
What?
not getting in the Hall of Fame.
That's like they put Kurt Hamrick on that graphic, eligible for Hall of Fame. Get
Hey, wait.
No, come on,
Wait,
whoa.
I got
mad.
Hey.
Whoa.
Most 3-pointers in Bulls history. Come on, man.
Hey,
Alright.
stop it. Stop.
Captain Kirk.
No.
Come on.
I'm not upset at your list. I'm really not upset at your list. It's really about, I feel like for power forwards, it's more about your stylistic preferences, about what you prefer, more so than it is about the players. Because I feel like outside of Tim Duncan, everybody else in that top power forward category are all really within those top 8 guys are all kind of interchangeable.
No, they not.
Yes, it is. It depends on who you like. Because if you're from Boston and you tell me Tim Duncan is the greatest power forward, then you take Kevin McHale, I can't argue with you about that. But if you tell me, if you from Boston and you also say, well, I'm gonna take Tim Duncan and then Kevin Garnett, I can't argue with you against that. If you from Dallas and you say I'm gonna take Tim Duncan and Dirk Nowitzki, I can't argue with you about that. If you didn't watch Anthony Davis play basketball, you say Anthony Davis after Tim Duncan, I can't argue with you about that. Those top 8 guys for the power forwards are all interchangeable outside of Tim Duncan. Period. They all are. A bunch of guys with 1 ring or 2 rings or was co-stars are not the main guy. The only guy on this whole shit that was the main guy that won a ring was Dirk. Period. Tim Duncan had Manu, David Robinson, and fucking Tony Parker at his backside the whole time. Dirk Nowitzki had Steve Nash, and they got rid of him before the man even hit his prime and won MVPs. And Dirk beat LeBron, Andy Wade, and Chris Bosh.
They had a good team, but
I don't want to hear that. Who was the guy? Dirk Nowitzki was the guy. Dirk Nowitzki sent LeBron James, Chris Bosh, and everybody else to hell on that Miami team. To hell. He took them all to hell.
Okay, well, anyway, here's my list.
Go ahead.
Tim Duncan, Karl Malone, Kevin Garnett, Dirk Nowitzki, Chuck. What?
Okay. I got Tim Duncan, Dirk Nowitzki, Karl Malone. I got Kevin Garnett 4, and I got Anthony Davis 5.
Not yet.
Yeah, Anthony Davis over Chuck. Period. I don't care. It don't matter. It don't
I agree
matter.
with that.
Chuck couldn't do what Anthony Davis can do.
He got to do more.
Chuck can't do what Anthony Davis can do.
He can give you 40
Chuck
to
can't-
25. And
gotta do more.
No. He gives you 40, 20, 5 blocks, 5 steals.
He got to do more.
And shooting 50% from the floor and 30% from the 3. Chuck couldn't do that in his sleep. Sorry, AD over Chuck.
You got to do more.
Period.
You gotta
AD
do
over
more.
Chuck. Nah, he ain't got to do nothing more. All right, top 5 centers all time. Who you guys got? Hold on one second. I ain't even write them notes down, but let's go ahead. Top 5 centers all time. Who you got?
Kareem, Shaq, Hakeem,
Uh-huh.
Bill Russell.
yeah, Bill Russell.
No, but I feel
Yeah,
you.
what?
No, but I feel you.
Y'all done talked about rings on this motherfucker.
I know, that's
for
why he's
3
up there.
hours. And now when we get to Bill Russell, you want to leave Bill Russell out.
Because I think there's better guys than him.
Shut the fuck up.
It's better guys than him. I
Shut
saw
the
his averages. I saw what he did.
You don't even know his 4 averages because they didn't even include blocks then.
And
Shut
then
the fuck up.
True.
Will's my number 5. That's it.
Okay, I'm not upset with that. Who was yours?
Kareem, Shaq, Hakeem, Bill Russell, Will.
Y'all finna be mad at my
Oh,
list.
fuck.
I got Shaq 1. I got Shaq 1. I got Kareem 2. I got Akeem 3. I got Wilt 4. I'm laughing, but I'm dead.
Bill Russell?
I'm laughing, but I'm dead ass. I got Dwight 5. I do. I got Dwight 5. I'm
Stop.
sorry.
All time.
All time, dead ass. I got Dwight 5.
How?
Defender, rebounder. He took his team to the finals. I feel like he
You
was.
didn't have Allen Iverson in your team.
Huh?
And you didn't have AI in your top 5 shooting guards.
It's not about having
But
him.
he took his team to the finals.
It's not about having him in my top 5 shooting guards. Like, I got mad respect for Bill Russell, but I've said it many a times. Literally, the first episode of this show was called "Tristan Thompson would be better than Bill Russell." So I'm not gonna act like that wasn't the first episode of the show. I think Bill Russell, if he played today, will be a Tristan Thompson type of guy. I think Dwight Howard in any era would have been decent as fuck. The physical attributes,
Decent.
huh?
Decent. Not all time. Not all time great.
You put Dwight Howard in the 60s? Like, what? They ain't seen no athlete like Dwight. Dwight, 6'9", was in a dunk contest multiple years.
He's still shooting up.
Jump out the gym.
Horrible percentage.
Great defender. Bill Russell didn't shoot that great.
I know.
Bill
but
Russell didn't average that many points.
You can't.
Motherfucker Dwight didn't either.
Huh?
Motherfucker
Dwight averaged 20 in a season. Bill Russell never did.
You don't know what blocks
Google
average.
it. It don't matter.
Patrick Ewing.
Huh?
Patrick Ewing.
I'm not upset
David
with
Robinson.
that.
David Robinson.
Actually, you know what? I take that back. I got David Robinson. I'm sorry, David Robinson, number 5. I
Okay.
forgot about David
I'll
Robinson.
let you live with that.
I forgot about
I'll let
David.
you live with that.
No.
I'll let you live
Wait a
with
minute.
that. I'll let you live with that.
Literally.
I'll let you live with that.
Literally. I forgot about David Robinson. David Robinson, number 5. I'll put Dwight number 6. I'll put Bill Russell number 7, and then whoever else after that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. No.
You talk about jury. What the fuck? Why do you move the goalpost? You put Klay in there because of jury, but not Bill Russell got 11 and he can't be.
What did I tell you? What have I told you many a times before?
He got 11.
If you won
He has
the
11.
majority
He's in the
of
league for 13 years. He won.
If you won the
He won
majority
13
of your games before Dr. Martin Luther King got
He
shot, it
won
didn't
one
count.
after he got shot. The man Dr. King got shot what? 68?
Nah, I don't wanna hear that.
68, he won 2 afterwards.
I don't want to hear that.
He won 2 afterwards.
No. Sorry. No disrespect to Bill Russell. Shout out to the man. One of the greatest players to ever play. But he's not. Bill Russell's in my top 25.
Bill Russell grandson finds you and slap the shit out.
Tell him come bring it. I'm with it. Bill Russell never averaged over 20.
G.
Never
you don't
averaged
even
over
know
20.
how many blocks he averaged.
I don't care.
What do you mean you don't care?
I don't care. He played one. He played and after King got shot, he played 1 year and he averaged 9 and
he
5.
won a ring.
Nah, he averaged 9 and 19.
And he won a ring.
And it was like 12 teams in the league. No, sorry, can't do it.
He beat Jerry Russell and Will Chamberlain.
I can't go for it.
They beat Jerry Russell and Will Chamberlain.
Can't go for
and
it.
Gail Goodrich.
Can't go for it. Sorry. You already know how I feel about Jerry West, the player, when it comes to winning.
Will Chamberlain.
You already know how I feel about Wilt too.
Gail Goodrich.
You know, all of them, they all lost together. What you mean? Like they separate. They all lost together.
You won't win this episode, boy.
I'm not. Wilt was number 4 for me.
You won't win.
And I think Wilt is one of the greatest talents the NBA ever seen.
won't win this episode.
Camera dash, stream over, but whatever. I'm not on one this episode.
You won't win this
I'm
episode,
not.
boy.
All right, let's go.
You won't win this
Central
episode.
Division. Talking Central Division. First team up, the Indiana Pacers. Obviously, Victor Oladipo completely ruptured his quad last year. You have a team that's coming back this year, slightly retooled. You did lose Bogdanovich to Utah.
We got Brogdon though now.
You got Brogdon. You did gain Brogdon. You got TJ Warren from Phoenix, so you have scoring. What do you guys feel about the Pacers this year, and how do you feel about their chances of not only making the playoffs but also making it out of the first round?
Definitely making the playoffs.
Okay.
That's without a doubt.
How many games do you think they win?
Oladipo comes back healthy, maybe 80%. I say like they can win over 50 games.
Okay. I'm not upset at that. You think they going how far do you think they can make it in the playoffs though? If Oladipo comes back.
If he comes back,
I know Vic is hurt because I ain't even seen no Instagram videos of him.
Nah, he got a YouTube channel. He got like a full-on out YouTube channel. I was checking
Okay.
it
How
out.
does he look?
I mean, he looks cool.
I mean, the only teams I really put above him right now would be Philly and Boston. Honestly.
He got the same injury that Tony Parker had.
I mean, KD's not back.
It
KD's
took
not
Tony
back
Parker
yet.
a while to come back from that injury.
Nah, he got hurt in the playoffs. Came back in December.
Tony Parker's one completely ruptured though.
Yes, it was.
It was completely
It's the
ruptured.
same injury.
Okay, I didn't know it was completely ruptured. I mean, yeah, but Tony Parker was also old at that point in time.
Well, I don't know if it was completely ruptured, but he still came
Vic
back.
a little younger. Vic depend on his athleticism a lot. I think that's going to be very interesting to see. For this Pacers team.
Let me not say that. I don't know if it was completely ruptured, but I know he did.
First round at best. I personally think this team, depending on how Vic comes back, is maybe going to sneak into the 7th or 8th seed.
They're going to be better than that.
I don't know about that. I think this year the East is a lot better than it's ever been. And the Central specifically is a lot better than it's ever been. So I think that if but also it's like before Vic came back, he was a number 1 guy, but he was a number 1 guy without a real number 2. This team doesn't still really have a number 2.
You telling a lie?
Nah, Warren. I don't know if I can. Miles Turner's not a real number 2. Miles Turner is a real number 3. Malcolm Brogdon's a number 3. You got a team with to me personally, with a bunch of number 1 guys and a bunch of number 3 guys, a bunch of 3-4 guys. Miles Turner is not a number 1 option, number 2 option. Malcolm Brogdon, love him to death, 90, 50, 40 level shooter. Not a number 1 option, not a number 2 option, 3rd option at best. TJ Warren, he played in Phoenix, so obviously I got to give him a chance to like fully reset his career, because going to Phoenix is like playing in the minor leagues, at least for the past 4-5 years. So I'm going to have to at least kind of, from that front. But I think the Pacers this year can wind up winning about 43, 44 games. I think they will get into the playoffs, maybe 6th, 7th, 8th seed, and we'll figure it out from there.
I think Sabonis is on the trading block. I think that's why you draft the Goja, but I do not know how to pronounce the name, but the rookie center they got, remember he had a thing next to Zion.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's gonna be good. I mean, like, I don't know much about him, but it's just that just even seeing it, I think he'll be motivated to come in, do good.
Mm-hmm.
He's from I'm not sure which country, but I think he'll be good. But I think Sabonis is on the trading block. Like it's his 4th year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you're gonna want to pay him. I think that he's the type of restricted free agent where, like, as long as he's there, he's going to be in contention for 6th man of the year for the most part, usually. And I think that his production will, I don't want to say fool a team, but will lead a team to offer him more money than maybe he's worth. I mean, last year he gave you 14 and 9 off the bench. You plus 36 it, that's 20 and 13.
Yeah.
So I think that he's a guy that, maybe you call some teams about, like, yo, if you want some bonus, give me something else, give me something that can help, and you can have some bonus or whatever. Also, I think this team will be good. It does suck that Darren Collison retired, but I do like Aaron Holiday. He's Drew Holiday's. Nah, I like Aaron Holiday. I think if Drew Holiday is your brother, you'll be a solid point guard. You'll be a solid defender, at the very least. I think you'll be a solid point guard and like a very solid defender. Also, you got
it was a rookie year last year.
Yeah.
Right?
Also, you got Brown to depend upon. They picked up Jeremy Lamb. I like that. I think that
you also got TJ McConnell as well.
I think that. They do?
Yeah. They signed him away from Philly, and I thought he was huge for Philly last year.
I think that if let's say you start off with Malcolm Brogdon, Jeremy Lamb, actually what you'll probably do is you'll probably want Aaron Holiday, Malcolm Brogdon, Jeremy Lamb, TJ Warren, Miles Turner.
It's your bench?
No, it started.
What?
Then you bring off.
The fuck?
Then you bring off the bench.
Hell no.
Then you bring off the bench Sabonis. You bring off Doug McDermott. You bring off TJ Leaf. You bring off McConnell. You stagger the rotation a little bit. I think they'll be fine. I mean, Nate McMillan's a good coach. I think that'll hold you down until Oladipo comes back. Then when Oladipo comes back, let's say you want to send Brogdon down to the bench, make him your 6-man type, bring Brogdon in.
You don't sign Malcolm Brogdon away from Milwaukee to put that man on the bench, bro.
Listen. If you want to do that because you think it's better off the bench, or you want to send Jeremy Lamb to the bench, that's fine. You want to send TJ Warren to the bench.
You send Jeremy Lamb to the bench.
Listen, can I talk? However you want to do it, you do it that way. That's cool. I still think that Nate McMillan's a good coach. I think he can muster up this team to get you about 47, 48 wins. I don't know if they'll be able to leave out the first round, but I do think that they'll be a tough out for whoever they play. I think they'll fare better than what they fared last year. I think they have a little bit more creators than what they had last year to, like, at least somewhat manufacture a bucket than what they had last year when Oladipo went down and you saw him in the playoffs.
That's what I said. They're getting out the first round.
Depends on who they play. I think if they match up against a team like Boston again, maybe, who knows.
That's what I said. Boston or Philly. Other than that, I think it's open.
So that's why. But again, I think the Pacers will have a solid year, and I think that they'll be looking to move Sabonis as well.
Whoever the GM is, Larry Bird, I believe you're the GM of the Pacers. If Malcolm Brogdon is on the bench, you deserve to be fired. Period. In point blank in the story. We're gonna move on. Detroit Pistons have signed one Derrick Rose. They're coming back. They've retooled. They added Joe Johnson to their bench. They still have Reggie Jackson. Blake Griffin obviously is coming back. He's had his knee surgery. Supposedly he's gonna come to the season. Did he have knee surgery? I believe he did. Yeah, he had knee surgery after the season to repair. It was torn, I believe.
Yeah, he tore it.
And also, so For the Pistons, according to ESPN, their depth chart is Reggie Jackson, Bruce Brown at the shooting guard, Tony Snell small forward, Blake Griffin power forward, Andre Drummond center. But for the second rotation, they have Derrick Rose, Luke Kennard, Joe Johnson, Markieff Morris, Thon Maker. They also have Tim Frazier, Langston Galloway, Steve McCallum off the bench, as well as Christian Wood. I personally think the starting lineup, I don't think Reggie Jackson makes it past November 15th. I think the starting lineup to finish the season will wind up being Derrick Rose, Luke Kennard, Tony Snell, Blake Griffin, and Andre Drummond, with Reggie Jackson being the sixth man, Joe Johnson probably being the eighth man, and Markieff Morris probably being the seventh man. I think Thon this year, I've been high on Thon for forever. Thon is looking at this point in time. 18. He just ain't never put it together. He's got all the tools, all the physical tools. Thon is going to be one of them guys that we remember in NBA history, Thon Maker, as being one of those guys that had all of the physical tools to be able to compete and play, but he just could never put it together.
I don't think he's big enough.
I disagree with that. If you're talking about big enough, what are you talking about? Size or body mass?
Muscle. I think he needs a little bit more muscle. Like if he was like,
you can say the same thing about Kevin Durant, and Thon Maker to me has a Kevin Durant type of body. But Thon Maker has just not been dynamic enough both on offense and defense. There's no reason why Thon Maker should not be averaging 18 points, 9 rebounds, and at least 2 blocks a game. No, it is.
Some muscle.
No, you gotta.
It's easier to box out.
Basketball is a 2-pronged game. It is equally as mental as it is physical. Some players is more mental, some players is more physical. He's one of those players where he's got all the physical attributes, but I don't feel like mentally is there. Even when he's on the floor, I lose track of the fact that he's on the floor. And when I lose track of the fact that you're on the floor, that means you being pretty insignificant. And if you're a smart basketball player, you find ways to affect the game even when you're not putting up stats, period. And I just haven't seen that from Thon Maker. And I think it's been a disappointment. But that's also the reason why the Bucks got rid of him, because they didn't see it from him either. And you had to see it from a guy like Giannis to want to believe in him and put forth the time to continue to develop him. Like I've said about Giannis, he's gotten better every year. You could say it ain't been much better, whatever you want to argue. To me personally, every year he's come back and gotten exponentially better. Thon has not come back and gotten exponentially better. He's gotten marginally better, which is why he's a marginal player. So I still think the Pistons at this point in time can wind up winning about 47, 48 games. I wouldn't be surprised if they hit 50, but it really depends on Blake. If Blake can play 71 games, if Derrick Rose can play 60 plus games, and Luke Kennard can at least shoot 35% from the three and 45% from the field, I think they'll be okay this year. They just need Luke Kennard to be able to come in and stretch the floor because they don't really have guys on their team that can stretch the floor. And I also think Joe Johnson randomly might float up into that 6th man of the year conversation. I really do. I don't think Reggie Jackson going to keep his spot. So I think by the time he's gone, it's going to be Reggie Jackson and Joe Johnson on the bench. But y'all go ahead.
I also think Andre Drummond is a guy that might come up in trade talks. This is the last year of his deal, but he has a player option for next year. I think that it's time for Drummond to step it up. I mean, you even saw when Blake went down, I thought the best player on the court for the Pistons in that playoff series against the Bucks was Luke Kennard. And I think it's inexcusable that Drummond didn't play better than what he played. Now, I don't expect you to win this series, but for you to be the guy we paying $25 million to, which I think with the old max paying $25 million to, I expect you to be a little bit better than that. So I think it's put up a shut-up time for Andre Drummond. You got Blake locked down, so I'm assuming that you want Blake to be there. If nothing else, he's a show. So I think Blake is going to be there. Like, nothing else, Blake is a show.
You're not trading.
You're not trading Blake. Like, Blake again is a show. But me, the guy I'm looking at is Luke Kennard. I love the way that he played against, again, the Bucks. I think that he is a shooter that shows ability to also be able to manufacture a bucket, which I think is huge. And again, I think if everything goes as well as possible for this team, they can maybe win 50 games. Like, that's a strong maybe. But maybe win 50 games if health permits. You know, if Blake can come out here and have a healthier season, if D-Rose come out here and have a healthier season. I also think that I think they have some versatile lineups. I even think that, running out Reggie Jackson and D-Rose and let's say Kennard at one time is a dope lineup. I think they have some decent lineup combinations that they can run. And again, like I'm just happy that at least in Detroit you can be excited about basketball again.
I think y'all both crazy. I don't think there's no way the Pistons get 50 wins. No way.
Okay. I'm not upset at that. Go ahead. Continue. Why?
When your best players, I feel like are past their prime almost right now. On the downside.
Blake had his best year last year.
Yeah, but he's been in the league
of his career.
9 years.
He's shooting more threes and he's better. I feel like his offense has stepped up, but as a full game, he's not as athletic, as explosive defensively. I mean, he's taking more charges.
Yeah, but
He averaged 24.5 points last year, 7.5 rebounds, 4.5 assists.
But being more athletic doesn't make you better. It just makes you more athletic. I think he's the best basketball player he's ever been right now.
He had career highs across the board except for rebounding.
I even think D Rose is a better basketball player.
I don't think he's prime Blake. I think he's playing better. But like how Bron is like changes his game, but he's not same Bron.
Nah, I think.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's not the same. Like he's on the decline, but he's able to do more now because he's developed his game.
I just think that he was cooler for people to watch back then. I think that this is the best version of Blake that you've seen.
Yeah.
Blake can still get up and dunk on you if need be. You know, I mean, like he might get a dunk blocked every now and then, but who doesn't? Like Blake can still get up and dunk on you, and he's just again as a. I think people say Bron has declined because they don't think Bron's a better player.
Bron hasn't gotten better. He can.
But listen. I think people say Bron's declined because they don't think Bron is a better basketball player. I think Blake Griffin is a better basketball player.
Than LeBron?
No.
Then he's been.
I can agree with that. At this point.
And even like a guy like D Rose, I think D Rose is a better basketball player now than when he won MVP. I've never seen him score the ball as well as he did last season. Score the ball.
I can't give you that. You see that dunk on Dragic?
I'll put it this way.
That's dunking. That's dunking. That's not scoring.
I know.
He's a better scorer now. He is not a better player.
He's not. He'll never be that.
His dynamic. Is not to cut you off. His dynamic, how dynamic he was what made him a better player because he could do so many different things because of his athleticism. Now he can do so many different things because his package has gotten better. Like if you could put this Derrick Rose's mind,
you can't have it.
And I understand that. I mean, if you Russ, you can. But also, I don't think Russ has developed his game as much as Derrick Rose has.
But we have to stop this lie that Russ was ever as anywhere near as dynamic as Derrick Rose. It's a lie. It is a falsity. It's not facts.
Okay.
He's not faster than me. He doesn't jump higher than me. He didn't even play point guard in college. He's not a point guard. He learned how to play point guard. We have to stop this lie that there was ever a comparison athletically between Russell Westbrook and D Rose. It wasn't. D Rose just got hurt, so you forgot.
I'm having a tough time disagreeing with that one because obviously D Rose injuries kind of took everything and threw it up in the air. But I personally think that Derrick Rose has gotten to be mentally. I think even D Rose at this part, I think Derrick Rose has a higher basketball IQ now than Russ does.
I think he always had a high basketball IQ than Russ.
Always.
I'm not upset.
Even old D Rose had a higher basketball IQ than Russ.
Than Russ now?
Yes.
But like speed.
That's also part of the reason why when we had these conversations about Russ, I can't really.
Yeah, but not like D Rose.
He just didn't have the 42.
No, literally D Rose used to drop people off this.
Yeah.
When he rocked Tyreek Evans, all he did was this. When he rocked Andre Miller, all he did was change direction. D Rose would make people fall off of basic crossover, like a fucking this, and you fall because he changed direction and you can't go that fast. I don't think there's ever been a.
I'm talking straight line speed. I feel like that's lateral quickness.
I think D Rose is faster straight line too.
Yeah, I agree with that. D Rose when he was in the league was probably the fastest player in the NBA. At his peak, he can get down court in like 3 dribbles and dunk it. Gone.
Remember they made that layup around Bron and D-Wade when they both tried to block it?
Yeah, that was nasty.
I'm just saying. But speaking of D Rose, let's talk about the Bulls. The Bulls this year, I think, are in a year where we've been rebuilding. Finally, I look at this personally as being the money year for the Chicago Bulls. I think that we have been waiting since Michael Jordan retired to really feel like we have a young core that we can be proud of. I think even when Derrick Rose was here, we were proud of Derrick Rose, but I think the rest of the young core as a whole was not at the level at which we thought that it would need to be to get us to where we needed to go. I think the Bulls this year are in the first year of their 4-year run to potentially get into the finals. I think that the 4-year run of potentially getting to the finals. The first year, you usually lose bad in the first round.
There's no potential there.
No, stop that. The first year, you usually lose bad in the first round. You learn your lessons. You come back. You get to the second round, third round.
Episode.
I'm not on one. What are you talking about?
Right
4 years from now, I think they could be in the finals.
4 years from now is the potential to get to the finals then.
I just said they're on the first year of a potential getting to the finals in 4 years. They are. I think that they have put together enough key pieces and enough core young pieces, but guys that are built not only just around offense but also around defense as well. You have defenders on the team, you have young athletic guys on the team, you have offense on the team. I think Zach LaVine this year is going to average about 24. I think he'll average like 24, 4 and 4. I think Larry Markin is going to give you 21 and 11, 21 and 10 this year. I think Wendell Carter this year is easily a 15 and 9 guy, which to me makes your offense and your defense as well. I also think Wendell Carter this year can average 2 blocks a game. And I think that Otto Porter this year, I'm not looking at Otto to be a superstar, but if Otto can give me 17, 6 rebounds a game and 4 assists a game, this Bulls team is a team that's going to make the first round and going to give somebody a tough time. And they're going to lose this year. They're going to come back next year, get either to the second round or get somewhere else further. But I think this is finally the first year where we can look at the team and say, we have enough established building blocks that are young to move forward. They have a coach. The players might not have necessarily 100% agree with him when he first started. But if you coming off Hoiberg, that's like having a boss who didn't give a fuck about if you showed up for work. And then immediately, they fired one guy and bring in a new guy who wants you to be at work 2 minutes before you're supposed to start. You can't clock in late, big fella. I need you to be at work on time. They didn't like it at first. As the season ended, I felt like they slowly started to like Boylen a little bit. I think that this team in 4 years has the potential to get to the finals. It begins now.
I don't think that.
If it doesn't begin now, then we have to do another complete rebuild, and then it would take 10 years. And I don't think that's the case.
I don't think that.
And Satoransky is the starting point guard, which then puts the whole starting lineup is over 6'5". Continue.
I don't think that, but I do think the Bulls should be much improved. I think that they have potential to make a playoff run, as in like make the playoffs. I think Zach LaVine is a future top 5 MVP candidate. I think he has potential to at least stake some claim or throw his name in that best 2 guard in the East hat. I think he has a name to throw his name up there with Bradley Beal as far as like the best 2 guard in the Eastern
Jimmy
Conference.
Butler's the best 2 guard in the Eastern Conference.
No, it's not. Bradley Beal is.
Jimmy Butler's the best 2 guard in the Eastern Conference.
Bradley Beal is.
Jimmy Butler's the best
Bradley
2 guard in the
Beal
Eastern
is.
Conference. Continue.
Bradley Beal is.
Go ahead.
Bradley Beal might be the second best 2 guard in the league.
No, he's
to
not.
keep
Stop that.
He might.
Stop it, bro.
Who?
Continue.
Bro.
Who?
Continue.
Y'all gonna tell me Klay? I've been telling y'all for years. I think Bradley Beal better than Klay.
Continue.
Years. But anyway, I think he has a chance to do that. I think Otto will be motivated this year.
D'Lo at the 2 is better than Bradley Beal.
You're drunk. I think that
I'm
Otto,
drunk. 22 and 7.
You're drunk.
You're wild as
You're
fuck.
Drunk. You're drunk.
You drunk. You drunk.
You're drunk.
Go ahead.
You're drunk.
But okay.
I think that Otto Porter is gonna be motivated. He's gonna win a contract. I think it's his last year of his deal. He's gonna win a contract. And I think if he comes out here and balls out, he's a guy that might get a max from you. If he comes out here and ball out. He got a max before. He might get another one. If he comes out here and hoops, I think this team will be much improved. I like Jim Boylen. I know Bulls fans were like complaining about him. I never had an issue with him. I just think he wanted accountability from this team. And I think that one thing, like he said, Hoiberg didn't really set a precedent of accountability, and I think that he set one. I think that the first thing was getting them to be professionals. When they lost by 50 to Boston, they talked about we don't want to come into practice. Why you don't want to do that? It can't be because you tired.
Yeah, you just lost,
you lost by 50.
Lost by 50.
Like, as a professional athlete, you should never lose by 50 points. All y'all are the best of the best at basketball. Why you losing by 50 and talking about you want to come into practice? Y'all mad? Y'all tired? You can't be. Because you ain't go out there and compete. So I think what he did was just set a precedent of just accountability and making these guys responsible. I think that this will continue bringing in guys like Thaddeus Young. I think Thaddeus Young is I think what he'll be to the locker room is better than what he'll be on the court. I think he'll be good on the court, but I think he'll be a great locker room guy for the Bulls. And I don't think that they had a respected veteran last year. Like, I fuck with Robin Lopez, but I don't know if Robin Lopez can, relate to the guys. I don't know, but I don't know if he can relate to the guys. And I think that Thaddeus Young is a more respected voice in the locker room than what Robin Lopez would be. Now, I don't know. I wasn't there, but just examining, and even from things I've heard about Thaddeus Young throughout his time in the league, 12-year veteran, I think that he can be that. So I think that this will be a much improved team. Again, I don't know. I'm not gonna go on like his way, but I do think that this team has a chance to win 41.
Can I ask y'all this question? What the fuck is so bad about what I just said?
I just don't think they
You
have.
said they're in the first year of them making the finals in 4 years.
I don't.
You have to build a foundation. Even when you go to state, you have to start somewhere.
I understand
If you telling me that there's nowhere for them to start, then we all doomed.
No, but look.
I'm sorry.
No, but look again. You think that the only barometer of success is like championship?
No. Why do you keep saying championship?
Because,
I literally just said make the finals. I didn't say win the finals.
But listen, I don't know if I can't go that far.
I'm sorry. I disagree with that.
I can't go that far.
That's fine. That's what we built the whole platform off of. I fundamentally disagree with that.
But
if we can't get to the finals in 4 years with this group, then that means that all of the guys that's been GMing and we've been saying need to be fired for 5 years should have been fired 5 years ago and not now.
Should have been already.
Exactly.
They
yes, they should have.
They shouldn't have.
Stop it.
No, they shouldn't have.
Stop it.
Again.
Stop it.
My thing with the Bulls is I think that people discount how big of an injury D Rose's injury is. Franchises don't recover from
that. Who discounts that?
I don't think people understand.
I don't think we are.
I don't think people understand that franchises do not recover from that.
We recover. I'm telling you, we recover.
Listen. I think they did the best job they possibly could. I like what they have. I think they'll be a much improved team. I don't know about this is the first year of a finals run in 4 years, but I do think they'll be a much improved team. And I'm just happy that basketball. I think that when people buy tickets and see Bulls games, they'll be happy with the product on court.
First ever finals run in 4 years. Remember I said it, by the way. I just want to let y'all know that. I got mad faith in the Bulls, and you call me a homer or whatever. I genuinely believe Lauri Markkanen is going to move up to be a top 20 player in the NBA this year. And I think Zach LaVine will be a top 25 player this year. And I think if Otto Porter is what he is, if Otto Porter is worth his contract, there should be no reason why he shouldn't give you 17, 5, and 5 this year, which to me takes this team and puts this team in a playoff spot. And if you're in a playoff spot, you're not going to tell me that if you make the playoffs this year, you don't come back in the next year with more momentum. Even if you lose a guy like Otto, because you still have Zach LaVine and Lauri Markkanen on contract, and you still got Wendell Carter, and you still got Kobe White, and you still got Thaddeus Young, and you still got Thomas Satoransky. Go out and add somebody. Otto Porter took up a whole fucking max. If Anthony Davis really don't like playing with LeBron and he want to come to the Bulls, we running with that.
Now,
period. We running with that.
That's something interesting.
We running with that. Period. We running with that. Even if it's AD and Lauri starting, or you put Lauri on the bench, we running with that.
No.
I wouldn't trade Lauri. I wouldn't trade Lauri. Why would you trade Lauri when you can bring him off the bench?
Here's why. You're gonna have to pay Lauri in 2 years. Some team will offer him mad money. Also, Anthony Davis has been very vocal about the fact he's not a center. So you keep start Wendell, because Anthony Davis is not playing center. And Lauri would be the guy that you would go move, and because you would have to let Otto go, so you would move Lauri and look to get a 3. Even though I do really like Chandler Hutchison.
I'm fine with Chandler Hutchison. I like him coming off the bench. I think he'll be a solid option, but I'm of the firm belief that you don't get rid of a 7-foot shooter. Period.
There's nowhere for him. And you're gonna have to
you don't get rid of a 7-foot shooter that can rebound better than Kelly Olynyk. Because Kelly Olynyk's biggest problem is that number one, he can't defend, and number two, he can't rebound late in the games when you need him to rebound. That's why he's fucking tearing people's arms off in the goddamn playoff game. Kevin Love, you know what I mean? But I'm personally, I'm sticking by it. Call me a homer, whatever. I got on a Bulls socks. You feel me? It is what it is.
Now the AD proposition is a very interesting one. Like we've heard rumblings that AD wants to play in Chicago. Also, AD been talking about Chicago a whole lot recently. A whole lot.
Yeah, but he wanted to come to LA.
Yes, but again, it may be something that's good for marketing. You play a year in LA, get you some endorsements. 1 year with LeBron. Who knows what you're doing this 1 year? You may win a championship. We just saw Kawhi win a championship and leave. What if AD gets to the finals, wins, and decides he wants to leave?
AD is not winning a ring. Anthony Davis, over his dead body, will he win a ring with the Lakers and leave the Lakers go to the Bulls?
Who knows?
You on the finest. You're on the finest of the finest.
The heart want to go where the heart want to go.
You on the finest of the Medellin.
The heart want to go.
You on that finest of that shit from the Medellin. If you believe he gonna win a ring with LeBron and leave to go to the Bulls.
Wait. Leave
go to
the Lakers though too.
No. He gonna leave LeBron to go to Garpax.
The heart want to go where the heart want to go.
GM is the reason why he's here.
The heart want to go where the heart want to go.
GM is the reason why he's here.
The heart want to go. Now look,
you wild as hell.
Do I
on
think,
that booger sugar?
Do I think Anthony Davis is coming to Chicago anyway? No, I do not. I do not think so. But we have heard the rumblings for 2 years, so who knows?
All right, moving on. Cleveland Cavaliers. Obviously, Kevin Love is coming back this year. The Cavaliers have still Colin Sexton. They still have Tristan Thompson. They drafted Darius Garland. They have a young team, finally, a young core. They still were selling out games last year, top 15 in attendance. What are your thoughts for the Cavs this year? Can they make the playoffs? And if they make the playoffs, can they make it past the first round?
No, and no.
Okay.
No.
All right, look, they're not going to make the playoffs, but I do think they'll be a much improved team if Kevin Love can stay healthy. The biggest question is with Kevin Love: do you look to trade him? Do you want to trade Kevin Love? Do you? I mean, because obviously Kevin Love's still very good, but at this point he's also a legacy player. I mean, he's the longest tenured Cav at this point. Well, I mean Tristan, but outside of Tristan, he's the longest tenured Cav at this point. I mean, you brought him in 2014. He won a ring there. He's going to get his jersey retired there. Kevin Love is a Cleveland legend at this point. So it's like, no, he is. He's a Cleveland legend. So I also like the pickup of Garland and Sexton. I mean, a lot of times last year they ran out lineups of Sexton and Brandon Knight. They also ran out lineups of Sexton and Clarkson. So I think that they're kind of going to be able to replicate that with Garland and Colin. Also, Colin's a pretty good shooter. You know, he's shot, I think, 40% from three later on in the season as well. Yeah. Also, his play improved when Kevin Love came back. I think one thing people underrank about Kevin Love is his playmaking abilities. And I think he also helps open the floor up for them. Also, love picking up Kevin Porter Jr. They got him at spot 30. There was some questions about his character, but earlier in the year, before he got hurt, had the rough year at USC, they were talking about him going in the lottery. So I think that's great value.
I actually saw Kevin Porter Jr. play last year as a member of USC.
Yeah, so I think that's amazing value.
Actually, never mind. I didn't. That was 2 years ago.
I think that's amazing value at that spot. Also, like Larry Nance Jr. So I don't think that there will be a playoff team. They also have John Henson. John Henson was out all year. He's back with the wrist injury, I'm assuming, this year. So I don't think there'll be a playoff team, but I do think that every night you walk in Cleveland, you can expect them to play hard, and you can expect it to be a tough matchup. I think maybe they'll end up winning about 35 games, but I think that again, every time you'll see improvement. I think every time you walk into Cleveland, you're not gonna walk all over them. Expect a good matchup, and I think Colin Sexton has a chance to make an all-defensive team, second team.
Go ahead. What?
Colin Sexton? No, look.
Second team.
If Colin Sexton
steals,
if Colin Sexton retires without being on the all-defensive team, I'll be very disappointed in him.
If he wasn't playing the two, I would agree with you, but he's playing the two.
They're playing like either position.
He's still playing the two.
He'll be fine though. He's 6'3", decent wingspan, athletic, disciplined, plays hard consistently every single time, like every night, every possession, gives 110%. I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. I mean, I'm looking at Kevin Porter Jr.'s comparisons according to 538. I see Daquan Cook, Quincy Miller, Gerald Wallace, Zach LaVine, Von Wafer, Larry Walker IV, Lance Stevenson, Rashad Vaughn, Hamdou Diallo, and Thaddeus Young. I'm
some of those are bad compared. Like Thaddeus Young doesn't even make sense.
I'm cool on that one.
No, but see, like with Kevin Porter, like he's a guy who he could be Zach LaVine or he could be Daquan Cook. It's like very high potential and also very like you could be out the league in 4 years.
Yeah, I think the Cavs trade Kevin Love at the trade deadline. I think that they tank again and try to get the number one pick.
Okay, so let's do it right now. If you had to trade Kevin Love, what team would you what team would you call and what team do you think should pick up the phone?
I don't care. Whoever wants.
Give me a team.
I don't care.
It's Hoops and Brews. Give me a team.
I'm not giving you a team because I don't care. I want to get Kevin Love off my books.
No, but I'm saying like what team do you think could use Kevin Love?
Anybody. Brooklyn could use him. Shit. Anybody. Whoever want him.
No.
Brooklyn could use him. Milwaukee low-key could use him.
I like that.
I would put Giannis at center, put Kevin Love at power forward. Tell Kevin Love to really play the center and have him just go rebound because he can rebound. You might not be able to play the. He might be. He might not be able to play the fives, but he can rebound and he can at least stretch out and shoot.
But who would you trade from Milwaukee there?
I mean, we got some people.
Do you have any expiring deals?
No, but also if you wanted to, if I would be potentially willing to give you Eric Bledsoe if you gave me Darius Garland, Colin Sexton, or Jordan Clarkson.
No. You're not gonna
Yes.
No.
That's what I want.
If I'm Cleveland, no.
You told me to throw out a scenario. That's what I want.
You're giving me no expiring deals. You're giving me Bledsoe. Why do I even want Bledsoe? And you're not giving me any young talent. And none of your picks are gonna be high. So no.
Then he gonna stay where he is. But I don't specifically know where Kevin Love's gonna go. But somebody's gonna trade for him.
I think Denver.
I wouldn't even be surprised if Minnesota traded for Kevin Love.
Denver. I'm telling you, Denver.
I don't see the point in trading for Kevin Love from Denver.
I got Millsap. I think Millsap accepted his option, so it's a 1 year deal. I can trade Millsap to Denver. I still got Jeremy Grant. So defensively, I'm not as pressed. If I need to sit Kevin Love in defensive situations, I can do that. I also got a guy like Michael Porter Jr., give Jr. up, something like that. I also got other young guys. I got a Gary Harris. I got a Malik Beasley. I have young pieces that I could pair with that. And I think that if I'm Cleveland, I want a 1-year deal to get that off of my books. So Millsap for Love is something that I think, and also I think Jokic and Kevin Love will be a very difficult forward center to tandem to deal with offensively.
Kevin Love's gonna be hard to get rid of, period, because he's commanding $28 million a year.
I'm telling you, Paul Millsap, he's commanding 34.
Yeah. I don't know about
Send
that.
me
If I'm Denver, Paul Millsap doesn't move. I'm sorry. If I'm Denver, Kevin Love doesn't move the needle for me at all.
I have Jeremy Grant. If you want John Henson, take him.
Yeah, but you trading Kevin Love for Paul Millsap is really exchanging one guy that's a slightly better rebounder and 3-point shooter for a guy that's a better defender and a better mid-range player, which you need more in the playoffs.
But Love,
the only thing they didn't have last year was a go-to scorer.
But Love is a better passer. I think that if you put Love and Jokic, you might have two of the best passing big men you've ever seen on the same team, for one. And I have Jeremy Grant. So before you couldn't trade him because we needed that defense. Now I have Jeremy Grant. So if I need to sub in situations for defense for offense, and I still have Mason Plumlee. So if I need to sit Jokic down, defense for offense, we can still do that. So I don't think you need Millsap as much as you needed Millsap. Now, as much as you needed Millsap.
I mean, the trade straight up for Kevin Love and Paul Millsap actually works in ESPN trade machine.
Yeah, but you have to send something else.
You really wouldn't? Why not?
Because you'd have to send.
Why?
You have to send me.
You're not just
if you
Kevin Love straight up,
No, but if you Cleveland, you get $30 million of cap
Give me
space. Huh?
Give me Porter. Give me like an asset.
Take that hot back, motherfucker.
Okay, cool.
His back hot. The back is hot.
Let's do it then.
The back is hot. 500 degrees, as Lil Wayne said. But all right, let's move on to the last team. Last team of this preview, we have the Milwaukee Bucks. Obviously, they were supposed to make the NBA Finals last year, but Giannis and co, after going up 2 games, lost 4 straight games to Kawhi Leonard and the Raptors.
TPJ built like Ralph from Ed, and Eddie.
Who said that? Who said that? Trey Drew, get your little bean head ass out of here, boy. Lil Blue Abby having ass. Good point, Pavy. I'm a Pavy fan. Lil Shoe having ass, boy. Lil Keyboard having ass. Go ahead, my bad. I'm sorry. Bucks.
I mean, go ahead. You go ahead.
Bucks. I'm saying.
The Bucks make the finals.
I don't think
I-
they make the finals. I think the Sixers make the finals.
I think it'll be Bucks Sixers conference finals, and I think that it's a pick 'em. I think it depends on if Giannis has been able to take his package and elevate it another level. I just said it recently that
He just needs
Giannis. No, I literally just said Giannis comes back to me and gets exponentially better every year.
That's what I'm saying.
His exponentially better this year, I'm not sure what it is, but he will.
Mid-range game.
Just an 18-foot
all,
jumper, that's
but
it.
we all keep saying that. But there have been a lot of great players that have played in the NBA that have not developed the mid-range. Shaq being one of them. I don't think Giannis is one. Giannis can be one of those guys where he can be in the paint or on the 3-point line. He needs to develop more post moves. Now, if you want to say more post moves, cool. But I just don't think that a mid-range jumper is the thing that I'm going to say is going to magically solve his problems. I mean, don't, because it's not like, as we talked about with FIBA. FIBA, no 3-second in the key, so you just camp out in the key all game long. Cool. In the NBA, you can't be in the key, so if you not in the key, you gonna be somewhere in the mid range.
Yeah, but post moves kind of like along with the mid range. If you can post up from like, let's say 12 feet out, turn, fade, things like that.
I don't equate post moves to mid range. I'm sorry.
I don't equate it.
Tim Duncan was a good mid-range shooter, but he was also a great in the post.
Yeah, but
I don't equate his. Sean Kemp, decent in the post, not a great mid-range shooter.
He was a decent mid-range shooter. Sean Kemp was a decent mid-range shooter. Sean, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Sean Kemp was a decent mid-range shooter. I don't know if Kemp was great in the post. Great in the post. I don't know if he was great in the post.
He was in the mid-range.
Debatable. Especially Fat Kemp. The reason why
I'm not talking about Fat Kemp.
Once
that man got on the bottle like a baby, I don't want to.
No. Do you realize Fat Kemp averaged more than Young Kemp?
I don't care. We know what Young Kemp looked like. Okay, once that man got hooked on the bottle like a baby, it don't matter to me.
He averaged more points.
I don't care about what he averaged. I saw the man when he was at his peak. He was at his peak before he was on the bottle.
He made an All-Star team in Cleveland.
Or maybe he might have been after the bottle, because maybe he got fat because he stopped drinking.
Whatever. I mean, for Milwaukee, I think that I would have said losing Brogdon was a step back, but they still did pick up Wesley Matthews, so I think that kind of like offsets that loss.
Well, Korver.
They did pick up Korver, which I think that they really picked up Korver at this point for one, obviously to spread the floor, but really to help Giannis. I think that when Bron even played with Corver, that was the year that he shot the ball the best. He was shooting free throws better. He was shooting the three better. So I think that they really brought him in as like a mentor for Giannis. Like, you get to work every day with one of the best shooters in the game ever. So I think they brought him in like, yo, teach Giannis how to shoot the ball better. Now I think that'll help him. So, I mean, I think for Milwaukee, his finals a bust. There's no reason they can't do it. I still think Philly is the best team in the East, but I think for Milwaukee, his finals a bust. I mean, you don't get too many shots at it. Also, I think they're against the clock as well. Like, Giannis got 2 years, I think, 2 years left on that deal?
Yeah.
You're kind of against the clock now. Like, if you keep getting there and Giannis keep losing, I mean, I know Giannis said that he want to stay, but things can change. So I think for Milwaukee, you kind of against the clock.
You want to stay until Bob Myers come calling.
Exactly. So I think that for, like...
the Lakers.
No, Warriors,
the
not
Warriors.
the Lakers.
So I think that for Giannis, like, for, like, the Bucks, you kind of need to get to the finals or start getting to the finals because you against the clock now. And you done gave Middleton all that money. Like, I don't know. You had to, but I don't know if that's really worth all that money. But you had to give him that money.
After last year's playoff, he wasn't.
So,
He
again,
wasn't worth it to me. I would have let him walk, to be honest.
Nah, you can't let him walk. You can't let him walk because, again, you're against the clock. You have right now. You're never going to get another Giannis. You get a Giannis every 30 years.
No, every 100 years, but I feel.
No, because you had Kareem. That was like 30 to 40
Kareem
years
and
ago.
Giannis, and Giannis ain't Kareem.
What I'm saying is you get a generational talent randomly, maybe every 30 to 40 years if you're lucky. You have a generational talent right now, not even in his prime yet. I don't think the man nowhere near his prime. I think the man got 10 more levels to go. You are up against the clock, especially when he has 2 years left and you in the era with players got all the power. So you need to start doing everything in your power to possibly get to the finals to convince Giannis, like, hey, bro, stay.
Him stay? Getting to the finals, though, is not going to make him stay.
Maybe. Maybe.
I mean, well, it depends. It depends on what happens next year. We still 2 years away from it. Like, but I think it starts to devolve if you don't make the finals, or if you make the finals and you get blown out. Because then it's like, all right, how are we going to improve the team this year? And you and I were having a conversation this morning when we were walking to the Sparks game about how the free agent class next year isn't really that strong outside of Anthony Davis. But also, what if Anthony Davis signed with the Bucks?
They don't have the money anymore.
They don't?
No, they don't have the money anymore.
I'm just saying. He can figure out a way. Where there's a Rich Paul, there's a way. And it's close to Chicago. And you don't have to be at the crib to deal with everybody wanting to bother you.
Yeah, but it's just like...
AD and Giannis, that would be nuts.
You would have to get so much off your books now.
I'm sure the Lakers would take... I'm sure in the sign and trade, the Lakers would take people from the Bucks if AD said I wanted to leave.
Maybe.
It's close enough to Chicago. If I'm AD, the only reason why I don't want to play for the Bulls is because I don't want to live in Chicago and be from Chicago. I'm fine being in Detroit or Michigan. I'm still a phone call away. I don't want to be a car ride away. Because then y'all going to be asking me for stuff all the time. Leave me alone.
Yeah, but it seems like just from what it seems like with AD, I don't know if that's as big of an issue with somebody as it would be like with a D-Rose. Like, AD wasn't like popular in the hood.
Yeah.
You hadn't even really heard of AD until you saw the man at Kentucky. He was like, damn, bro from Chicago?
Yeah.
As opposed to D-Rose, the whole city knew about this man from when he was 14 years old.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's the same. It's like if I got drafted, it's not the same scenario as if like somebody who was cracking all over the hood got drafted. My roots ain't that with everybody. AD was kind of just in the backyard playing.
I feel you.
So I don't think it's actually the same scenario.
All right, cool. Well, this has been Hoops and Brews. Your boy TPJ. Find me on Twitter, Instagram at Real TPJ. That's REELTPJ. We will be at the Sparks game next Sunday as they take on the Connecticut Sun. Hopefully, they will not be down 0-2 coming back into Los Angeles as they venture off into Connecticut. Lee, thank you for coming through. Your first time on Hoops and Brews, the show. You've been on Happy Hour before. We appreciate it coming through. Great basketball arguments, great basketball takes. Definitely a fun episode. Actually, Lee, go ahead. Talk to the people. Get your plug in.
What are we naming this?
No. Talk to people. Get your plug in. We can pick it out.
Too Much Taylor 21, Instagram, Twitter. Come follow me. Talk some shit. I follow back. Don't worry. You all good?
Exactly. And as always, the show co-stars rap extraordinaire Pavy. Go ahead. Get your plug in.
Man, follow me on Twitter at Pavy Pavy word, all one word. Proverbs Volume 2 and Volume 1 is out right now. Make sure y'all go get that. Type in Pavy on Apple Music. You'll see my face. Make sure y'all go get that.
Hot fire.
Yep. And
you,
the titles that I have written down are Kyrie better than Isaiah Thomas, Klay over Harden, PG over Pippen, Russ was never as dynamic as D Rose, and LeBron was never a scorer.
Klay over
Yeah, that's
Harden.
the Klay over Harden shit.
Because they
Okay.
gonna know I didn't say it.
Huh?
Everybody's gonna know I didn't say it.
Well, then why we gotta pick that one then?
Because I want people to know who said it.
It don't
Klay over
matter.
Harden.
I don't
'Cause
care.
I agree with that one
Klay
too.
over Harden.
Klay over
Exactly.
Harden.
Klay over
Y'all
Harden.
lost y'all goddamn mind.
We ain't never lost
Both
our
y'all
mind.
don't respect
And shout out to
basketball.
Draymond
3
Green.
rings.
Shout out to Money Green. But anyways, been Hoops and Brews, man. We'll get up with you. Make sure you go, you like, you subscribe, you share a video with one of your friends. Shout out to everybody that donated today. We appreciate you. The people who donated this episode, we have Oliver who donated. We have the homie Banks No Rest who donated. We have the homie Nathan who donated. We have the homie Eric Ramsey who donated. We appreciate you. As well as Ibram Kaba who donated to us in euros. We appreciate you. Shout out to the homie Avrid Peterson, who's always watching us in New Zealand. We appreciate you, bro. Shout out to everybody that was in the chat room. Thank you all. We will get up with you all on Tuesday with the morning brew. It's been Hoops and Brews. Have a good night and have a good day or whatever the fuck it is. Peace out.
Shot it with me, I'm pulling the 3, I'm the MVP. We gon' slide, and then we gon' chill. She said she love me, I'm her thrill.